Today I play the Byzantine Empire in Europa Universalis V. Yes, I am wearing a bedsheet for this intro. The Byzantines at this point are a glorious empire and they are rich beyond their wildest... No, that's the script for 337 AD. Yeah, 1337. The Byzantines are a declining empire indebted beyond all nightmares and not long for this world. The Byzantine situation isn't great. Low legitimacy and stability means rebellions are running rampant and our states have too much power such that we can't even tax them. Couple that with the rise of the Turks in Anatolia and it can't really get much worse. Apart from, it can. We have several looming disasters that if at any point they strike will make the situation 10 times worse. This video is sponsored by Paradox Interactive, so if you want to play in your very own historical sandbox, make sure to buy a Steam key direct from their website using the link in the pinned comment. If you use code HELPLAITH at checkout, I even get a cut, so get going. Now, let me take you on a journey on what would happen if the Byzantine Empire never fell. And also, let me get this stupid outfit off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Byzantine Empire in 1337 in Europa Universalis V. Many of us have been waiting, what, like a decade? So around that to play Europa Universalis V? Well, now we can. Or at least I can, right now. So let me take you through the Byzantine Empire. On the surface, we're not doing too badly, especially when compared to Europa Universalis IV, but we have a couple of problems. The first is we have a little bit of debt. Now, that doesn't look like too much debt. Trust me, in just a few short months, this is going to skyrocket. You might notice that we have very low stability and low legitimacy, which means we need to spend a lot of money to try and bring those things back up. We have basically no income from a couple of our estates. The amazing reason for that is this. Different estate privileges that we're going to have to try and revoke, some of whom are going to be damn near impossible or impossible at the start of the game. But this basically is dropping the maximum tax that we can charge our estates, which is very, very tricky. For some context, how I'm going to go about playing this is I'm going to generally try and explain what I'm doing, but I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty so we don't get too bogged down. I'm trying to show you the spirit of the game versus how each mechanic works. I will have a bunch of tutorials coming out on the 2nd of November and one mega tutorial, and if you watch those, it'll take you, bring you up to speed and you'll be able to understand and play the game perfectly. Speaking of playing the game perfectly, this is the hard part. So we're going to increase our minting to the point where we'll just start gaining inflation. You'll see we already have inflation 10%, which is a little bit tricky. We do need to start sorting out our cabinet. We have 4 cabinet members or 4 possible cabinet actions that we can do. For those uninitiated, this is generally how we start forcing through our plans, our nefarious plans. This is how we exert sort of governmental control. So the first things we want to be doing is dealing with our first problem, so stability and our legitimacy. So we want to strengthen our government, stabilize the country, and then following on from that, we want to increase province control. Over here, if I show you, for example, this province, we have 90% control here, which means we get 90% of this potential tax base. If I show you the control map mode, you can see that our control isn't great, and in some areas we get literally 0 benefit. On top of that, we are a declining empire. These little stripes here are our core territories that I'm going to try and take back. And on top of all of that, we have the Ottoman Empire. We are at the start of the month going to get a situation called the rise of the Turks, and that is going to be a problem. First up, we are going to grab our research, we're going to grab organized religion, and we're immediately going to try and get that cost of purchasing food down because that represents a decent chunk of our income. Now, we're going to appoint some cabinet members. This costs 4 each time. Later on, it's going to cost 20, so we're going to start taking out 1 loan, and let's start appointing some cabinet members. This last one we're going to use to integrate province, specifically Thessaly. It's going to take quite a while. How long is it going to take? Yeah, about 10, 11 years to get this up to speed, but once it does, that 0 control will be changed to 20% base. All right, we start out with trade efficiency for our law. The reason for this is because whilst we do need to make more money from minting, I don't want to ban exports of gold and silver. Regulated export it is. And then we pick our rivals. We're going to grab Hungary, the Golden Horde, Egypt, as well as Naples. On the automation side of things, we're going to replace our admirals and our generals, and there's no real funky trades that I want to make at the start, so we're going to let the automation system handle that. We'll up it a little bit, but we're going to be importing saffron, which is quite nice. All right, so when I unpause, you're going to start to see some problems arise. First things first, we need to, let's see, is it possible for us to ally you? Yeah, perfect. Okay, we need to ally Bulgaria. And I'm going to start building a spy network over here in Serbia. And then I'm going to delete these troops. because professional troops are not as useful as levies at the start of the game. And to balance out our income, let's just do it just to the point where we're making money, or just under that. And here we go, Turkish threat. Born from the ashes of the dying Seljuk Sultanate, the small territory of Osman Gazi Orhan Bey was initially overshadowed by more powerful neighbors, but that will change. Immediately, Turkish individuals lose satisfaction and we lose 20 stability. And on top of that, we lose... Oh, our Basilisk just died. That wasn't scripted, that just happened. Okay, fantastic. That's a little early. So now we have the Byzantine succession, crisis, the coup attempt, and the decline of empire. These are all disasters that can fire. The way we get around them is by increasing our stability and our legitimacy as much as possible. So that is going to be our plan without, you know, going bankrupt. Okay, we're going to keep minting and allow ourselves to take on the inflation just to try and make a little bit of money. So we essentially have two choices as the Byzantines. Try and gently save our economy by increasing control in various areas, or try and take back as much of our land as possible that we used to hold. Guess which I'm going to try and do? Well, decline of the Byzantine Empire. So there is a small chance each month that this would fire. We've had it very, very early. This is not a good start. You can save scum your way out of this, but let's do this. So now we have such low stability. That's crazy. Okay, so instead of going for our legitimacy, so we want to just hover that, we want to instead massively invest in our stability to try and bring that up to a decent level. You can see here that our estates are going to be incredibly unhappy with us. An unhappy estate means more rebels and fewer benefits for us. That's not good. So it's going to start trending downwards to suboptimal levels is the kindest way I could put that. And on top of that, this gives us plus 5% bank interest. So let's whack up our inflation. That's fine. We cannot afford to take loans. Especially we can't... Sorry, you want to fund the repair of the Hagia Sophia. That's not happening. We are just going to remove the prosperity apparently there. What's this? We lose money and we get trade advantage. No, we're not doing that. It's going to annoy our estates. Yeah, we're really not in a good place. Thessaly declares an independence war. Oh boy, this is not the last time Thessaly is going to declare independence. Trust me. So it begins. Okay, well, it's a good time as any for me to show you how war works. Let me go raise my levies. Oh, our vassal's done a great job there. Look at that. Doing all the work for us. Okay, we are just going to take the capital. I think that basically should do it. I want to show off a battle real quick. It's bold from them to march in. I don't know if you want to do that, but you can. So battles take place on an hourly tick. I have a full in-depth tutorial coming out as to how they specifically work in terms of, wait for it, all of these numbers. But this should be an easy victory given the fact that these guys can flank. Bigger number usually wins for the most part. And as I said, battles take place on an hourly tick basis. Alright, cool, you won, congrats. Doesn't mean speed 5 is really not ideal for wars. And because these levies actually want to kill as few as possible, well, they're all dead. Because those are actual populations. Now I have a decision to make. I could annex them or I could vassalize them. Bear in mind, Epirus gives me 0.34. These guys will probably give me about 0.25 a month. It's so sad I have to make decisions like these. I can't stomach it. I can't stomach giving up land. So we're taking it all. Okay, Thessaly's declared war on us again. They're back. All right, let's raise our levies. All right, we're just needlessly killing all our men here. Maybe I should vassalize you. I'm not doing it. Give me my land back. That's probably going to keep happening. Look, I don't know what to tell you here, chaps. I am absolutely not giving up that land. I refuse. Okay, that inflation's kind of... We're going to hit hyperinflation soon. All right, I need to keep on swapping around this guy to different areas. Okay. Now, the Ottomans have taken over Jandarid. Oh, then Dandids like us more. Well, this gives us free legitimacy, so I'll take that instead. Thanks, mate. Cheers. A naval reform. I cannot afford it, so the Ottomans are fighting someone. Sometimes Egypt declares war on them. The first Karaman Ahis war. Okay, so Karaman has attacked the Ahis. This is going to really weaken the Ottomans. Okay. Look at that. The Egyptians coming in. We got a chance. Yes. Okay, perfect. So we're going to gain a lack of financial credibility for 40 years, but some of our loans are going to get cancelled. So, money. Look at that. The debt. Look. Think about it. You're not in debt if you refuse to pay your loans. That's what I'm doing with my student loans. Anyway. Now, what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to create claims over on this side of things. And I'm going to stop building a spy network. Ooh, upholding the commons. Absolutely going to do that. Bountiful harvest. Yes, please. So what this does is it's going to create a casus belli for us. So I'm not doing this on the Ottomans. I'm going to use the parliament to do that. The parliament is going to... Come on, please give me... Damn it. Okay, so the parliament is something we call every 5 years. The estates get upset of us if we don't. We can host it in any of our cities, I believe, but Constantinople will increase centralization, which we eventually want to get to. That's well beyond us right now. Occasionally, we'll have things like increased population growth or increased legitimacy is the ones we're really looking for whilst it's being debated. And then it'll give you a bonus if it passes. To pass, you need to have plus 50%. So right now our crown power is sitting around 20%. If we pick the nobility ones, it'll have this be 64%. 66%, and so we'll take it. It's not like a percentage chance, you just need to have over 50%. All right, and we have this character back. So let's go back into integrating Thessaly. All right, we've got guilds research, so cost of purchasing food will be up next, and the Ottomans are getting swacked. Does he have any allies? No. Okay, we're actually gonna pay off this loan. Perfect, 0 in debt. Okay, now can we drop this? Okay, we can drop our income down a little bit. This is good stuff, this is good stuff. Oh no. Gain 10, okay. Gaining 10 legitimacy in return for 50 bucks. That's a steal. We're doing that. All right, that's a big alliance chain down here in the Karasids. The problem is the Ottomans are done, but the Karamanids, that's not good. They've taken land, which is a link to me in Anatolia, and they, I believe, are allied to the Egyptians. Okay, well that's tomorrow's problem. But right now, I can go after the Ottomans. I can do it. It's just gonna be really difficult. Instead, of course, I can go after the Karasids. I think I'm going to go after the Karasids. That's a lot of provinces I can take. Okay. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So with this, what we need to do is fabricate a casus belli on the Karasids and Biga. It's going to increase our antagonism for taking it. Hey, this is... Oh, man. This is going to be an interesting one. All right, we're going to call in the Trapezuntine. Let's go for it. All right. Away we go. I got to be smart about this. I'm actually going to raise my naval levies as well. Pop up the navy maintenance and fort maintenance. Let's get going. Okay, I'm going to use this handy little thing down here to gather all my troops. And I realize, in hindsight, I've immediately made a mistake. Specifically, you lot need to be disbanded. There's a fort down here, which I probably should have gotten rid of. But hey, don't go that way. Don't go that way. I don't need those 100 troops. You stay in the fields. This probably does destroy my chance of getting an alliance with Bulgaria. But I don't need them anyway. It's fine. It's unnecessary. Not ideal. Not ideal. This does give me a chance to, A, panic. That's important. I should get that out of the way. All right, let's go take out Thessaly again. I don't even know why I'm trying to integrate them, really. This is going to keep happening. But what I can do is get ready with my navy and try and trap them over on this side of things. I was hoping to finish off this war in literally not that long, but here we are. Occupation of Pegai. Now I'm hoping he will march. Nope, he doesn't. He's going to march over into... our fort down there, not ideal. Okay, now we're going to lose this debate unless I hand out something. I'm not going to hand out lesson levy obligations. That's just, that will kill me. Well, realistically, I'm not going to fight anyone for another 5 years. Well, I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll just take the 7 stability loss. I'm going to hope Epirus can finish this off for us. Okay, Chios has been taken. Yes. Okay. Now they'll control both sides of the strait. I need to race there. Go. I was trying to bait them onto Chios to fight them. Okay, that's not gonna work. All right, this is fine. How am I gonna win this? The problem is I'm continually taking antagonism for like the retaking of Sicily. They're not going independent. This is a bad move, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't care. Just gotta hold on for another 7 years. Balance out our troops. March them into enemy territory. Now the hope is that they will go to Kallipolis. Yes. Okay. Perfect. E4 strats never die. Now they are pinned there. They can't leave. Meanwhile, you are just losing. That's cool, you bud. Now, it's saying we'll lose, but I don't think we will. I mean, let's gamble, right? You know, boys get on the front lines there. That's not good. We need more boys on the front line. Come on. It's going to be close. This right flank is going to be key. If we can take out this right flank, then we win. Come on, boys. Nice. That's beautiful. Now we flank the center. Our left flank's going to lose, but not before we take out the center. I hope, at least. Otherwise, they're going to come around and attack us. Go! It's going to be so close. Yes! Okay, right, 2 fronts versus 1. That gives us that flanking bonus, please! You're probably attacking the center. Yeah, okay, that center's gonna hold, and we win the battle. It is damn close, though, isn't it? But the important part is, with that victory, they all die. The war score doesn't reflect that, unfortunately, but that's how that goes. Okay, that's a hefty loan we'll take out there. I'm gonna drop my fort maintenance. We don't need it. Navy maintenance we still need. Okay, let's increase our minting a little bit more. Oh my god, okay. This is fine. Should probably put the fort maintenance up until we get to the fort. Probably a good idea. Nice. Instant stack wipe. And now we crack on. So who's this war against? The Karasids. So let's go for the Saruhanids first. I think there's a fort around here somewhere. Okay, let's split into... You lot go there. Negroponti have joined a coalition against me. Oh, 830 men. Right, given that our population is our economic base, we need to lose as few men as possible. So we're going to gather up our men and go and fight over here. All right, dawning the age of Renaissance, we are going to be taking the admin focus because I want this religious war casus belli. And we've gotten our research done. Okay. It's going to drop the cost of purchasing food. And I think we dive straight into the Age of Renaissance side of things. Like, let's see. What would I really need here? Army initiative would be nice, but nothing really too pressing on that side of things. Stability investment would be nice. And then there's the religious war. Stability investment here as well. Food production. Okay, it's probably... This is looking more likely. Anything I want in the Age of Traditions? Because this is all going to be cheaper now. Cultural traditions, maximum RGO, construction speed, diplomatic capacity. Nothing that I really care too much about. Okay, I made my choice. Let's get the stability investment. Random Italian states are joining the coalition against me. That's fine. Oh, Serbia joined the coalition against me. This is... How bad is my antagonism? Okay, that's rough. I really... Thessaly, I should have left them go. I should have let them go. I really should have let them go. Oh, man. Oh, this is a problem. Oh, no, I should have let them go. So Serbia would join the coalition. I mean, they're already in. Karasids, Ottomans. I'm very much in a let them come kind of mentality when it comes to the coalition. So I think we're just going to have to do what we can and take all the land. I don't see a choice. I'm not going to take in the non-core stuff, but this is the way of things. The banking's appeared and now we get to select a slave. Oh god, a slave. We're going to allow slaves to have their own religion. We're going to be mostly focused on Greek culture versus Greek faith. So humanism is going to be the play. See how well that goes for us, but yeah. That's the plan, at least. All right, we want the Germanids out. And then we're going to take the Aenidids. How much of the Aenidids are our cause? All of it apart from these two provinces. Can I take them out now? So it's all of it apart from those two, right? Okay, Venice is going to join the coalition. Yeah, I mean, what else are we going to do, you know? Let's not take this province then. Focus on that instead. How about the Germanids? Can I get them out? Yeah, nice. I need their money. And I'll take... What treaty do you have with the Ottomans? I don't think you have a treaty with the Ottomans, right? Ottomans, who are you allied to? Aenidids and the Germanids. Okay, well, that's a little rough. Okay, let us... War operations, money, and then let's get you to annul your alliance with the Ottomans. Could you release our slaves as well? Oh, right, because as they take my territory, they take slaves. So we'll try and get those guys back. So now it's just the Karasids left. This is going to be a rough coalition. So every time he takes a province, by the way, he steals my people. Obviously, not ideal. Okay, I think... What? Turkmen people want greater autonomy. I can grant them autonomy. 8 locations with Turkmen pops lose 10 control. I think I could do that. Reducing our control of these locations will hurt our overall control in the short term. However, increases the pop satisfaction of Turkmen pops may result in the long-term gain. So let's grant them some autonomy. It's going to hurt a little bit, but I think it's worth it. All right, can't put it off any longer. Let's take all his land. I imagine all of his land is... Oh, no. One of the provinces is not a core. Don't want that province then. Take his money instead. Boom. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. I imagine there is going to be a coalition, but that's, again, not something I can really deal with right now. And I'm hoping that the Black Death is going to mean people don't want to fight. Oh, good. Our heir is an idiot, so he's not very good at... Yeah, he's got 4 years left to try and get some ability. Proud of you. You go get him, champ. Can we, you know... That's all I'm saying. Oh, a good event. That's nice. A Greek peoples in Smyrna. Nice. Okay, so Smyrna gets a little bit of development. Okay, things are going to get worse before they get better. I need you at home to know this. So I am, like, losing all of my control here. Because it is going to tick back up over time. And that's fine. Especially if I do this. But it's important that I give them the... No, okay. What's this? Okay. Alright, well, it was a fun game while it lasted. Alright, we're fighting Naples. Now, this could go well, hypothetically. This could be a good source of income for us, but we need 1 or 2 really impactful battles. They've already landed. Okay, we're gonna have to send our navy out. On the bright side, we have galleys, and I don't think he does. Okay, our troops have unified. Dive in, take them out. Oh god, this is a lot. The plague is about to happen. All right, the Neapolitan navy with 20,000 men. If that lands, we die. So we're gonna have to hope that our navy. Yeah, we're outnumbered a little bit. We're professional troops. He has a mercenary navy. Actually, that's really bad for us. It looks like we'll land. Oh, okay, we see him off. We're fine. Temporarily. What I'm gonna do is position my navy up here, and then I can just police them. Whew. That could have been bad. They attacked me. They've attacked me again, navally. I think we're okay. Yeah, our navy's just better. I really should be balancing out our navy. That is okay. That's good. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Jesus. All right, now our army attacks as well. Take them out. Interestingly, Naples does have territory down here, technically. Let's even go snag it. And let's station some besiegers behind to clear up the mess. Okay, initial threat is done. If that navy pulls up, or if anyone else attacks now, it's over for us. I don't think I can afford, antagonism-wise, to take any territory here, but we can sure as hell take money. Which, frankly, might even be better for us. I think that, you see that? Those troops disappeared. Where did they go? That's the million-dollar question. Where the hell did those troops go? I can't see them anymore. I can't see them anymore, which means they might be marching around. Oh, no. They won the Battle of Cruz. We're going to proceed to take a little bit more territory here. I mean, maybe I should have let those 30,000 men land. At least then I'd know where they are. I mean, you know, downside being I'd be dead, so... 30,000! Okay, that navy's coming back out. We smash them again. If I can... I would love... If I can catch them out, that'd be fantastic. Send out the navy again. Yeah, I really want to see if we can catch that navy. That's a lot of money we can make from... Oh my god, that's a lot of money we can make from Naples. Okay, and we are just sitting pretty. Okay. I do need to make sure I'm controlling the entire homeland, though. And then I can actually put down my army levies. Okay, no. Anytime I see ships moving, I'm unhappy. But if we win this war, this, like, our financial situation is unimaginably improved. Okay, we're going to try and land on Naxos. Okay, there were only a couple hundred troops there. We're good. And now the Black Death turns up. Okay, well, it was fun while it lasted. Okay, they keep on periodically trying to probe the defenses. That's fine. All right. They are whittling away our ships one at a time. I don't like that at all. They're getting a little bit more... They're going for it every, like, more and more. Look. Because to be fair, the AI knows it has to do something to try and win. And whittling me down is not the worst option. Okay, the only problem is they're enthusiastic for war because, well, they have more troops than us. But we're going to sit here. We are going to get the Black Death. That is a problem. But that's a problem for tomorrow. Our inflation is 35%. Okay, it's fine. I live in England. We're used to this. One more year and we get out of this. This disaster of the empire. You can cheese it and just kind of save scum until you are no longer, like, until you don't get in these events. But I don't know. That just seems a little silly, doesn't it? Okay, granting out more autonomy. Good. And we gain some cores. That's very nice. Okay. We live fog of war in Naples. That's cool. That's actually going to be really useful because it means I might be able to bait them into sinking their troops. I don't know how long it was for. 6 months, maybe? Oh, yeah, there we go. And we caught them. Yeah, nice. Well, that was nifty. All right, see this 9,000 now, presumably going to do the same thing. Go on, do it. You know you want to. They picked them up, and away they go. Boom! Take them out. They're off again. Take them out. I'll tell you what, lifting the fog of war is actually tremendously useful. End of the decline. Plus 20 stability. Every pop of primary culture, accepted culture in the Balkans region will gain plus 10 pop satisfaction. What's our current accepted? We're currently discriminating against Turkish. Maybe I should tolerate them. I think I'm going to go for it. Tolerated culture. I can add them as an accepted culture, but for how much culture capacity would that take? Yeah, too much. But the worst is behind us. Very good. Very nice. Means we can probably drop down this a bit and instead focus more on this. Oh, sweet. They'll accept. Why is it plus 100? Enforced demand. Nice. I think it's just been that long. Okay, cool. So I can grab... I can't grab war reparations because I think it's outside the scope of... I'd have to wait. I can't wait that long. 10% of their income, though. How much would 10%? How much worth would 10% of their income be? I can just say it, but I think it's because we've hit the... No, we haven't quite hit the max. We can get another 10%. Maybe I sit here? I mean, realistically, what am I losing out on by sitting here? You know? Oh God! I need Basilius for these Oh no. Okay. I need Basilius. Join the Foreign Order of Chivalry. Go join the Kingdom of Hungary. Nice. Join the Order of St. George. That gives him some reputation, some military ability. That's nice. To arrange a more royal marriage. Maybe with Serbia. Let's go for Sicily. Okay, the Black Death is spreaded. Spread into a country. It's not good. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to expel the sick. Ordinarily, I'd have built hospitals. Oh God, okay, we're going to present scapegoats as well. This is going to kill a lot of our people. Again, ordinarily, I'd have built buildings, I'd have built hospitals, but I don't have the funding to do that. Now, I need to get the money off of them before. Okay, -8. They take damage in the to the Black Death. Okay. Okay, come on. There it is. They'll give us around 500 bucks, and we get war reparations. That was worth it. Yeah, six bucks a month from that. Perfect. Pay off our debt. Look at it. It's beautiful. We are debt-free, and we can actually make money whilst dropping our inflation. This is huge. If I'd done this like 10 years ago, we could have maybe saved some of our people from the Black Death. And now, pearls. I built my first building 15 years into the game. It's fine. It's as it should be. That's right. It's been almost 20 years and I'm just now building my first RGO. See, RGOs, which are resource gathering operations that exploit the resource found in the province, and buildings are kind of the core of this game. And I don't get to build one until 20 years in. That's how bad of a start the Byzantines are. But boy, am I excited. Okay, Black Death is taking its toll. We're probably going to get our population halved. And legitimacy is about to go above 50. Stability is trending that way as well. Inflation is gently trending downwards. Okay, one thing we do need to do is hamstring the Turk. I think we have to do it. Okay. They're building gently for us, and these are areas that are our cores. So, then we have to go for that. They are in a coalition is the only problem. I think I can beat this coalition. My toxic trait is that I think I could win any war. Yes! Our king is dead. Perfect. He sucked. Now we have Euphemia de Barcelona on the throne. The Black Death has done us a solid there. So we're now very much in the rebuilding phase. We're not going to instantly collapse. But, I mean, that doesn't help. The Black Death has, well, mostly ended for us. There's some still portions out here, so still got to be vigilant, I suppose. We can grab another rival. We're going to grab the Golden Horde again. We've actually started to build things. I know it is remarkable. We're just waiting for aggressive expansion now, or antagonism to burn off. This is what the antagonism map looks like. Serbia, I think, has left, so now it's just the Ottomans down here. The problem is the Bulgarians and the Serbians are buddies, so what we're going to do is curry favors and see if we can't get that to end. Otherwise, we'd be declaring war on the Ottomans, and well, that's rough. Okay, instead of increasing control over here, let's go to the Dardanelles, maybe? You know, let's big up Byzantium for a bit. And I've got my ships standing in here. What they're going to do is increase my maritime presence. Maritime presence is very good for projecting control, as well as helping out with our trade. What is this? There's a tsunami. All right, we can actually take more tech. That's new. I mean, it feels like we're actually starting maybe to advance. Again, I don't think there's anything right now we need in the Age of Tradition, so we'll focus on the Age of Renaissance. Proximity cost is quite good. Let's focus on stability investment, then we'll get religious war, then we get prox cost. I'm so jealous anytime I see another nation build something. So Venice did take out Serbia. Egypt's no longer a valid rival for us because we're weaker now. I'm gonna rival Naples. And it looks like Aragon took land over here as well. They're trying to dominate the Mediterranean. They probably are looking to grab more of the Dubrovnik marketplace. Not ideal for us. Caraman's fighting someone. Who are you fighting? Qatar, it looks like. Still Bahrain around there. No, Egyptian nobles. Whoa, okay, Egypt's having a rough time. Okay, that's big opportunity there. Okay, now, the reason that's a huge opportunity is because they're allied to Karaman, and it might be an idea for us to just, you know, dive in down there. They wouldn't come in, all this lot would. But Bulgaria would come in. I don't know if we get another opportunity like that. Okay, we have to join this war. I'm going to do absolutely nothing to help, but Trebizond's called us in. The war they've started against who? The Haisamarids. Oh, they're down there. Okay, you should be able to take those guys out. Easy, go on. Just head in. Damn, you got 2,300 troops? You're actually kind of useful. Nice, good victory. Good process. Our economy is stable, which is nice. That's probably... Oh, there we go. Done. It claims 777,000. So I think just under half. But, I mean, that's the end of it. Okay, next step, now that I've got people employed, marketplaces. How much is it going to cost us for 45? Okay, that's fine. We need to save up for marketplaces, and then we can start building up our trade capacity and start making some money. Ladies and gentlemen, the decline has been arrested. It is mostly on the up from here, mostly. Also, the government gives us legitimacy whilst it's being debated. And then if it passes, we get... Revoke privilege cost minus 10% and crown power plus 20. It's kind of huge. Okay, let's try doing that. What can we offer you? Change in policy. You want to ban export. Can't afford that. Demand for new monastery. I can adapt to innovative ideas. We're at 18%. We need another 20. Nah, I don't think it's going to happen. Well, sure. Let's do an Orthodox monastery. Painful. Has to happen. Okay, I need 5%. I have to do this. 51%. Nice. Oh, cool. Okay, that's good. Right, this is going to give us legitimacy whilst it's being debated, and that's going to help us a lot at the end of this. That's why we've been waiting for this entire time. Boom! We're getting cores on all ththose locations. Nice. Thessaly's been integrated. That's a huge boost to our productivity, and also, because we have 24% crown land, we're now getting 24% of our income, trade income. Like, bear in mind if it's low, let's say it's 0, I get 0% of the trades I make. So that actually helps with our strategy a lot, especially in the short term. All right, build up the marketplaces. Larissa is now a core. And I think it's time for us to try and maximize our trade once this is done. Okay, so trade income is 5.85 right now. Integrated Thessaly. Let's increase control in Thessaly itself. Oh, look at that max control now. And our trade income has gone up a bit as well. Coalition disbanded. Okay. Fighting the Retinids is kind of terrifying, but I think we should be okay. Bulgarian help. Bait them into Constantinople. Well, they'll probably just go for a lance down here. Bear in mind, when they siege a territory, they do kind of just tear it apart. Start doing recovery effort in Thessaly. Just going to increase the population boom a little bit more. Oh my god, and the inflation is slowly coming down. No more disasters. I'll tell you what, it's like playing on a dream. This is fantastic. Once we get above 25% crown power as well, that's going to help us out a lot. Oh, you're constructing a bridge. It's very useful, actually. It's the estate doing that. The estates, if you didn't know, can also build buildings. I think this is the nobility estate are building a bridge over there. If they're loyal to you, they're more likely to build things that are useful for you. If you're disloyal, then they'll build things like, for example, stannery courts in England, which sucks because it's going to limit your crown power. Okay, what's this? Rebuilding Constantinople. The Black Death has devastated much of our lands, with Constantinople being hit the hardest. Compared to before, most of the houses are uninhabited. We can try and invite some merchants from Italy to help. Either gain some Steven stability, or 10 Venetian burghers will migrate each month for the next 100 months, and we get a Venetian quarter. Maritime presence and trade capacity. Huh. That does seem good, and I get it. Okay, well, let's ask. Rebuild city at any cost. Nice, nice. Oh, I think they get it. No! I misread the event! Yeah, we got religious war casus belli, though. Or did I? I don't know that I did. Okay, well, we got a lot more trade capacity now. Look at that. I think a market just completed. Our pops do need things like rice and pearls and stuff, but I'm ignoring those in favor of cold, hard cash. Imagine Naples probably gone after Sicily again. Serbia's getting taken out by who? Hungary. Ooh, hang on. Bulgaria won't get involved. Okay, we need a couple of diplomats here, so we're going to spend a lot of money on this. It's worth undoing the inflation stuff that we just did for a sec. So we can build a spy network here and create casus belli. So claims on province gives us minus 25%, conquer and subjugate cost. Religious war is plus 20. But, so we'll just give our normal claims one. Right, it's time for us to revoke this from the estate. Bang. Everyone's really upset about it, but that means we can tax them a lot more. Hello, income. And everyone's a bit happy with us right now, so let's take the advantage. Who is going to be worth more in tax? Let's take it from the burghers. There are a lot more of them. Let's get rid of this. Boom. Oh my god, there's so much taxes. Look at the tax money coming in. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm a businessman. All right, drop minting down to nothing. Let's increase the nobility satisfaction by sponsoring noble arts. It's beautiful. Let me study these a bit more carefully. So this one I could get rid of, but it would ruin everything. And I don't need to tax the nobility right now. Same thing over here. Is there anything else that's really inhibiting me? I think I like all of these. Nobility powers allows Thamer headquarters, which I think is a military building. Yeah, I can recruit regiments here. We don't really need that. So I can get rid of it for 20 stability. And it gets rid of the nobility power. Boom. And it actually gives me the ability to grab another reform. I think that was a good idea. Okay, pause the video. Pause it right there. See, this here, me removing the theme system government reform, is actually a terrible idea. I'll find this out later, but I really wanted to highlight right now how bad of a mistake this is. Turns out that this is upgradable. There is an event that's going to pop that's going to make this government reform better. And I just removed it and cost myself 20 stability. Just really felt the need to highlight that. Okay, so we've got a couple of ones here. Privy Council, tax efficiency, crown power, royal decree is quite good. This one's really good for later on, but I don't need it right now. Got a lot of options in front of me, but I think I'm gonna go for the crown power one. I want to start stacking my crown power as much as possible. So we're gonna go for royal decree. It does remove some of the power of the nobility, so shall I remove it, destroy my nation? No. We are going to declare war, call in the Bulgarians, take the claims on province, casus belli. We're fighting the Retinids and the Germanids. Let's do it. Retinids are terrifying to fight because they bring in all of these guys here because they're all part of this international organization over here called the Ilkhanate. So if you attack one of them, you attack all of them. Well, at least you attack a lot of them. I'm actually so chuffed with how much we've been able to achieve so far. Purchase food access. Yeah, we'll request it. All right, let's just make sure we gather our troops. I don't need you guys. You 6 men, I appreciate it, but unnecessary. All right, and then leg it back across. Can you not get across? You're only 100 troops, so again, a little bit unnecessary. If we can bait them over here, it'd be fantastic. All right, the Ottomans do have good troops, so we do need to be a little bit careful about that. And frankly, we should probably wait for the rest of them to turn up, the rest of the Bulgarians. They have 5,000 troops, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. And the Bulgarians have just run off. Okay. Oh, okay. We enact... Okay. we're just going to enact the reform pronoia system. In our current administrative system, our current one right now is, let's see, it's the normal one, pronoia system, which is infantry maintenance cost and maximum tax, which sucks. Instead, we get crown power and maximum tax instead. Sure. Cost me some stability. That's okay. I'm not happy with how low our stability is right now, though. Okay, now I can siege. Oh, that's a battle. See, look, this is the power of galleys. Just destroyed a bunch of them. Okay, we're going to attack him before he can get reinforcements. I mean, get on the front lines, boys. There you go. That center flank is not my favorite thing in the world. That's okay. It's actually a massive victory there. That is huge. Okay, we've sent the Aretnid troops packing, but they keep on enslaving all my people. If I can get the Bulgarians to help, we can definitely fight this Ottoman army. Oh, do they know I'm here? I don't think they know I'm here. Boom. Okay, that should send the Ottomans packing. Only downside is I can't actually unseat my territory, otherwise they are going to steal all my people. Now, the Germanids and the Aretnids. The Germanids, okay, so when can I piece you out? So peace, October this year. So it's probably not worth fighting over this. Definitely worth chasing you, though. Okay, gain our morale back a little bit. See if we can find anyone down here. There they are. Get them! Whittle them down. Nice. Okay, the Ottomans are up north. That's a stack wipe. Go, go, go. Take Chios. Oh, this is good for me. I just need to put my navy there, and then they're stuck. That's another 4,000 men gone if I can win this battle, which is not a given, by the way. It's hard to beat the Turks in an open field. They've stolen so many thousands of my people. Like, you can see there's a dip here. This is where they started stealing my people. Every time they siege a province, they take slaves. Okay, take them out. Nice. Oh my god, please stop stealing my people. I swear. Oh god, I'm going to attack an army that's got measles. Nice, instant stack wipe though. Presumably because of the measles. Now, let's see if we can take up the Germanids. Nice, okay, we've taken that siege. Oh, he's on a boat. Don't let him leave. Do not let him leave. Every single boat goes. Every single boat. Okay, we didn't get the wipe on him. He's going somewhere, presumably to Bursa? Where would he retreat to? Yeah, Bursa. Okay, these are good fights we're taking here. Okay, October, Germanids. Wouldn't accept peace. Interesting. Okay, I need more war score against them. There's nothing I want from you, right? Ideally, I could break your alliance with the Karamanids. Okay, I'm going to let my boys recover a little bit. We're starting to get measles now. Did we get there first? Yes, we did. Okay, good. That means he gets a -3. Ugh. That's going to be devastating for him. And there we go. Oh, he's going to steal more people. No! All right, can we catch him here again? Ideally, we do. We do indeed. Now they're going to steal even more people. So I've already got the maximum amount of war score I can get. Nice. Okay, we'll put him here. I've already got the maximum amount of war score we can get from battles, I presume. Yeah, we need to take Bursa. So we need to take his capital. But what I do need to get rid of is the Aretnids. They're kind of happy to stay in the war. This is a slog of war. It had to happen, and we knew it was going to happen. Knew it was going to be difficult. Okay, that should be the Germanids done. Then I'm going to try and get to Bursa. I mean, there's the Meteshids as well. I mean, there's a bunch of other guys who I don't really know who they are. Okay, so we can get the Germanids out. The Meteshids I probably want to take territory from. So let's go there next. Okay, would I prefer money, or would I prefer them to get rid of their alliance with the Karamanids? Probably prefer them to get rid of their alliance. And we'll take a little bit of money. Nice. Why would that bring out the Menteshids? You... Oh, you're a vassal of the Germanids. Okay, well, that's interesting. Good to know. We are ripe with measles. It's rough. Whoa, that could have been bad. Almost didn't win that. Okay, now we can focus on sieging down Bursa. Actually, I need to take out the siege for sure. Which of you is upset at me? You're above your equilibrium. There's so much satisfaction equilibrium. They are, like, fanatically happy with me. Okay, so if you're fanatically happy with me, what if, hypothetically, you were to give me taxes? Oh, cool. We're getting cores over here. Fantastic. And we've integrated Arcadia. Very nice. So you're strengthening government, you're stabilizing, you're increasing control. There's no one there doing it, but you could do that. That's fine. I'm not going to spend any money because I don't want to go into debt. We could assimilate pops. How's our culture? I never even checked this. How's our culture map doing? Culture, locations. Mostly Greek with some smatterings of Turk. The idea is we want to make sure that it's more Greeks than Turks, and then we'll get a core. Yeah, okay, this is fine. Converting provinces to Orthodoxy. Again, all these places are basically Orthodox anyway, so that's fine. I think what we're going to want to do now is increase our development. So develop province, chuck it in Byzantium, go from there. All right, cool, got a new Basilius. He's not as bad as the last one. I don't know why all of them end up being idiots. What is this genetic trait we have? Well, come on, man. All right, arrange a royal marriage. I think with... Oh, Georgia would probably be a good one to do. Start increasing our ties over there. And have some kids that aren't idiots, please. Okay, taking that alone. Something I want to avoid, but hey. Kind of everything in life. Dropping the navy maintenance is fine. I need the stability. So what we'll do is we'll start minting a bit more. Provided we're not losing... Provided we're increasing our inflation, I'm happy. That inflation down to 0 would be a godsend. Any moment now, we're going to win this siege. It's going to be fantastic. Everyone's going to cheer. You at home are going to like the video and subscribe. Okay, I've just got to take the rest of this lot. before he takes that, basically. That means there are troops here. There you go. The Navy was sitting there. That means there might be troops around here. Yeah, okay. Oh, I thought they'd won the siege. No, they're just coming back for this. Now, interestingly, they can't see us because we're hiding. The troops are hiding in the forest. So they're going to attack us and immediately die. I found a lot of people struggling with this, but you see this block division fog of war. So some of these areas we can't see because of standard fog of war. For example, I won't be able to see what's going on over here. However, in provinces like this one, for example, we can see in even though we don't directly control it. This one we should be able to see into because we control the areas around it. However, we can't because of the topography. See, look, troops were there and I couldn't even see them. It is quite cool. I do like that feature. Because you can lay traps to the AI. Obviously, they can lay traps for you. Sometimes it's not even a trap. They just kind of are there. See, look, they've disappeared. But they're there. Now, if I take this province here, there's a chance that they might peace out. Especially if I take out their armies. Come on, just do it. Nice. Okay, peace you out. Now, do I want to... No, I would like you to keep your alliance with the Ottomans. That would be good for me. Because then I can attack you later without you bringing in all your buddies. All right, get rid of you. Excellent. We have our Casus Belli on the Serbians. We can start to take back that territory now. As the Ottomans, that's what I was doing to the Byzantines to farm their people so I can get more slaves. But more importantly, look at this. Let's mint this new coin. Hyperpyron is becoming outdated. So we are going to model our coin after the Venetian ducat. Let's do that. It's going to lose us inflation, which is always good in my books. All right, there's our 100%. I don't know who the Kubadids are, but we're not messing with them today. Peace out soon, but frankly, I'm okay with having them in the peace deal. Now, let's just quickly check with this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 provinces initially that we want to take. Okay, so we're going to take these provinces at minimum. Now, how's our coalition looking? It'll be fine. I think I'd prefer to just stick to our cause for now and instead take money. Obviously, part of that's going to go over to Bulgaria. Now, how much of it? About 40%. I can live with that. Then the next will be against Serbia. All right, let's go do that then. I don't want to overtake. So let's do that. It doesn't quite kill off the Turks, but it does put a dent in them. Especially if you release all of my slaves and give me some war reparations. That works. Boom! All right, nice. So the next up is probably trying to fight the Karamanids, but right this second. Oh, man. Okay. Ah, this is good stuff. What we do now is we declare war on the Serbians. Sicily would come in. Interesting. Why wouldn't you come in? Target opinion. It's because you like Serbia. I don't like the fact Sicily's coming in. We can win this, but it's not going to be easy. I need the cause, man. Okay, let's go for it. Straight in, declare war. We go again. Now, the main problem beyond the obvious is that, well, first we can Sicily's not a problem. That's fine. Our main problem is going to be the Serbian mountains. So I kind of want to bleed them a little bit first. And let's gather everyone up in Veria. Emperor's actually coming in with like 1,000 troops. It's not bad. Take them out, boys. Send them in. Excellent. The battles go so fast. Okay. He says playing speed 5. I don't need to reduce the speed. I don't have a problem. You do. Take them in for the Byzantines, lads. Oh, the Sicilians arrived. That is on me. I probably should have been paying more attention. All right, we can take out the Sicilians. Nice. Now we have to go take out the Serbians. I am going to be fighting them in the mountains. I prefer not to. Can I get there before them? I think I did. I did get it before him. Nice. Okay, that helps. Do you have forts? You have 1 fort in your capital. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Okay, take out these 2 provinces. And what I want to do is split you in 2, and then ideally I'll go and grab this province back. Which one is the one? Okay, so it's this one that is the one that projects the zone of control around it. Okay, look, you guys go home. You're gonna help with the war effort. Do I? Okay, I'll take this first. Ooh, see that? Now that's the problem. Our supply lines are really bad. They're not able to get food here. Which is why I need to take things piecemeal. Are you able to get food there? Yes, you are. Okay, nice. Now, we already have 54%. I don't think I need to get too much here. I think people will say, oh, the Sicilians are back. So is everyone else, actually. Okay. 7,000 troops. That should be fine. Yeah, look at that. Instant flanking. Ideally, you want your horsemen on the wings because horsemen do 200% flanking damage over here, as you can see there. All right, we've actually stacked wiped the Sicilians. Now, I'm going to park my navy over here. Let's see if that'll stop them from coming across. How are we doing on our institutions? Now, the one we really want is this banking one. We're not getting too much of it, but because of our trade over with the Parisians, over with France, we are actually doing well enough to grab this one. I'm not going to do it right now, but professional armies is one that we want to grab. Because over here, we can get extensive conscription. You know, don't even know what that is. Extensive conscription cabinet action. Cool. Manpower and army reinforcement costs. And that's specific to Byzantium. What else do we have? Number of Varangian units. I want Varangian units. Oh, Mediterranean galley is pretty good. We're doing fine with our current ones, though. I'd love to get some more maritime trade advantage. What is our liturgical language? Greek. Okay, well, that's not great. I could make it worse by making it Gallo-Italic. Okay, before we lose too many... Oh, God, I've dived in again. I literally lost this battle once already. I'm going to do it again. Nice. I mean, killing more than I'm losing, so I'm not opposed to it. Okay, let's start figuring out what we want to take here. So 1, 2 here. 1, I've already miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then everything west, right? Those are our cores, I believe. Yeah, okay. Now it's a case of, do we want to take anything else? I'm going to take this entire Vardar province. I can take the money, and we can bounce now. How much more money would you give me? Literally not much more. Okay, I think that works for me. And then we prep our next war against Naples. Let's do it. Thank you very much. I'm going to use the money you've given me to integrate provinces. How are our estates doing? Pretty happy. Yeah. So you're too powerful for me to start revoking things from, but I can definitely start revoking from you. Although I don't really want to dip below that 0 mark. So we're not going to do it. But just know that I want to. And I will at some point. The other one to fight is Genoa. So Genoa, Mentesh the Carmenids. Bulgaria would be a good one to fight as well. Mainly Albania. We can start to take this land. Oh! Our child is... Oh, Theodora. Hopefully she takes the throne if you don't have any other kids, but she's ambitious. All the men in this family are idiots. Okay, let's get more marketplaces. Never felt so alive. Get 3 marketplaces. That's actually 4? 5? Oh, there we go. This is huge. Now, control-wise... I can't actually control these areas, so it would be better for me to turn this into a vassal and go from there. Also, I should really start branching out and starting to control these areas. I'm not going to do that because I want to get bigger. I want to start... I'm sick and tired of people attacking me, bullying me, saying I'm bad at video games. I'm assuming the AI is not saying that, but it could do. I'm going to rival the French. Now, the fact that we're an empire is really doing the heavy lifting on the great power score. So once we take this coastline, I'm going to fight the Germanids. When can I fight you again? Is that truce already done? How's that actually declare war? Ah, yeah. The Wait, what? Why would that bring in the Gelarids? Are you part of the Gelarid? What? Ah, you're a vassal of the Retinids. I'm just putting all of my trade capacity into importing gold from Pest to Constantinople. And it's yielding a massive dividends. Look at that trade income now. Oh my god, we're making money. Right, I can actually start building buildings. I can show off the building part of this game. I'm so excited. All right, so buildings. I don't know how long we are in this, but this is the point at which we're at. So generally, we want to take note of our raw materials, see what we have that's quite close to the capital. It's very good. So, for example, silk is very decent here. What we can do is check out silk. We can see what it's used for example, the Tailors Guild, and we can build that over here. So in this case, the Tailors Guild, which is going to produce silk, is going to be a good one for us to build. That's going to make us a decent amount of profit. All right, let's start dropping... I don't think I need to mint at all, you know. No, I don't. Cool. So that's going to start dropping our inflation. And what I do want to do is start developing the lumber over here. This is our market right here. Cheap lumber means that buildings are cheaper to make. It's not just buildings also. That's RGOs. Over here, I can show that this is going to cost 41. I hover over that. It's because the base cost is 50. Inflation increases by 22%. And then the lumber cost drops it by 33%. Now, what buildings do we actually already have in Constantinople? We have... marketplaces. We have a spinners guild that's using wool. What do you use? You use silk and you use dye. Okay, so we need to upgrade our dye. Basically, I want to try and make all of the inputs to our buildings as cheap as possible so that the outputs are as expensive or as profitable as possible. I should probably check over here. What are you looking like? Damn, maximum control is great. City, proximity to capital is looking really nice. Gulf of Izmit to Prusa. So it's this gulf here that's the problem. Let's chuck you over there. And we need to increase this maritime presence as much as possible. Pirates actually really hurting us. Okay, I'm dropping their power. Let's get rid of this pirates. And the pirates are about to be gone. They are gone. Let's go make sure there are no pirates anywhere else. I think we're good. Royal March from Sicily. Yeah, go on then. Let's grab some construction speed. Some max literacy for the nobles, I think is a good idea. And when we're ready, we'll start getting that. No! Not Theodora! Medicus! Train Medicus, please! No! Come on, man! I've got this guy in. He's gifted. It's even better. It's even better. Oh, look at that legitimacy. We have cores in Bithynion. But now, until we're ready to declare war on Naples, we're generally going to be sitting and writing the ship, paying off our debt, increasing our income. It's good stuff. It looks like the Carmenids have fallen to the Aretinids. Yeah, they're a vassal of the Aretinids. That's really bad, because if I were to declare war on the Arachnids, that's going to bring in the Gelarids, which brings in millions of troops. That's a problem. That's a big problem. All right, inflation is down below 20%. I'm just going to increase our money a little bit here because we need to pay back these loans. The Golden Horde and Yuan are fighting? Oh, that's going to... Whoa. The Golden Horde attacked Yuan. That's a huge battle. Like, that's insane war. As far as I see it, we have 3 aims here. The first is to consolidate what we have and increase our control. The second is to grow economically, particularly around the heartlands of Byzantium. And the third is to build a large navy. That's kind of important. The reason that's important is because let's say Egypt declares war on us. They can't march through these territories. Same thing with Naples, same thing with, like, I don't know, Aragon. They can't, we can, same thing with Venice as well. We can effectively stop them from fighting us if we have a strong enough navy. It's a big if though. All right, we're going to, I think, embrace professional armies. Might as well do it. There we go. That unlocks a lot of new technologies for us. Let's grab this extensive conscription thing. I think is going to be quite important. I want to see what the Varangians do. And I want gunsmiths. Now, the reason I want gunsmiths is particularly because I want to be the one producing guns in Europe. I think I need to start thinking about industrializing. We are probably going to start to fall behind. What is this? Where are you going? The Karaman nobles. Okay. Can I get away with declaring war on the Karaman nobles and then nick this territory? If I don't give them access, they're going to have to use a navy. I think we could snipe this territory from Karaman. Okay, let's take a look at the Constantinople market and let's have a look at what goods are unbalanced right now. We have a big surplus of wool, which means that spinners' guilds will be quite cheap. Let's start doing that. Build a couple of those. So we're trying to make cloth as cheap as possible. And I have a plan, because later on that cloth is going to be used to make paper in a very involved industrial process. But it's going to make me very rich. Silk is super valuable, so let's just build up our silk in Constantinople as well. The idea here being that we'll use wool to make cloth and silk to make fine cloth. And then we can use it's going to get involved, but we're going to use, basically, if I show this off here, what we're going to do is we are going to build paper makers guild in Constantinople later, not now. The reason that's good is because over here, if we get the rag paper advance, you can see we'll use cloth and lumber to produce paper instead of fiber crops, which is more valuable. Traders run out of supply. Uh-oh. So our trade advantage in Pest, which is where we're importing our gold from, is low, which means that other people get their orders fulfilled first. So let's say there's a finite amount of gold, which there is, like 5 units of gold, and I want 6 and someone else wants 4. Well, they're going to take 4 and then I get 2, even though I want 6, which means it's not really worth us importing gold anymore. You know what? Let's import some sugar. Okay, we're getting close to this Mediterranean galley. Let's put us in good stead. It's going to give some development. I like that. Let's do this. It's going to help our shipbuilding speed. You want it to contain banking. You want it to contain banking. Address pirate haven. Well, that seems like a good idea. Okay, building a bunch of silk here as well. I'll hopefully increase our income. And next up, we want to start expanding our control, which means a temple. A temple building gives us max control plus 5%. It looks like it has been built everywhere apart from Calliopolis, so let's do that. Is it time to go after Bulgaria? That's the question. He's allied to Serbia. Maybe we can do something about that. Isolate from allies. Get rid of your alliance with... Oh god, Moscow is actually quite big. Well, they're very far away, so let's focus on getting rid of your alliance with Serbia for now. When can I do that again? 38. So 1 more year. Cool. Let's isolate them from everyone else as well. We finished integrating Bolu as a place. Nice. So what I want to start doing is getting cores on these provinces. So you see here, these are integrated provinces, these yellow ones, but they're not cores. The reason for that is we need 50% of our culture to be present, or an accepted culture. I'm going to add Bulgarians as a tolerated culture, and let's use this cabinet slot to assimilate to Greek. They already are Greek, mostly. There's a couple of places that aren't Greek. We'll do that. All right, and we want to give more rights to the peasants. Now, bear in mind, this does hurt my crown power, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to represent in parliament. Nice, Mediterranean galley. This is what we were looking for. So if I put you in port now, we can upgrade you to Mediterranean galleys, which are much better. And thus begins our final safety net. Building more of these tailors guilds so we can export more fine cloth to the world. Just, I mean, this is taking a while. Oh, getting the cores, nice. Now we won't even to the Dinosaur demands. They're pretty happy already. No, they're not. They are so upset. Which means they're trying to build toll castles. Look. So this is what toll castles do. Nobles food consumption plus 100% and possible nobles plus 10. It's because they're upset at me. So now they're trying to create their own base. All right, you can see the control's grown in the areas around here because I'm building up this maritime presence. This maritime presence means that there's a lowered proximity cost. So over here, for example, to get from the Gulf of Izmit to Nicaea, from here to here is very low. So for example, over here, the proximity cost is 63%. Higher the proximity, So like the lower the proximity cost, the higher, like the more interconnected it is with the capital, the more we can exert our control over it. So the big part is the Gulf of Izmit to Nicaea is the area where we're struggling. So what I want, weirdly enough, is something called harbor capacity. And there is a map mode for natural harbor suitability in this game. The better a natural harbor, the better its harbor capacity. Better harbor capacity, the easier it is for things to get in and out. So Izmit is decent, Nicaea not so much. So what I want is harbor capacity and trade capacity, so I want wharfs, wherever there aren't any. And then I'll build some docks. But that pursuit of maritime presence is why I'm desperate to get banking, because then I can get docks and barks. Barks are trade ships that will increase trade capacity. Like maritime presence, sorry. No! The Ottomans have fallen under the Aretinids! Oh, this is really bad. I've allowed them to unify under one. I was so focused on the Ottomans. The Aretinids are the big threat. We have to, and they're part of the Gelarids. This is a problem. This is a big problem. Oh, no, that's, yeah. What we're going to have to try and do... Oh, God, look, they've started to build forts as well. I should probably do that as well. Build up some castles is the plan. Does increase the nobles' power, though, is the only concern. But I think I need them on, like, hills and everything else. I can't... I'm not giving you... Oh, gee, no! Look at that! They just want to ask me for 300 bucks. I'm not going to do that. But that's actually not a bad idea. Ask for money. Whoa! Okay, should have done that earlier. And there's all the money. Almost 1,000 ducats spent. But look, there are buildings happening now, which feels weird. Okay, we do have one problem, which is we are split into two markets here. It's this Dubrovnik market. We need Dubrovnik to be under our control. Also, they're stealing locations from us, which means that people who are in Serbia are selling their goods and buying their goods over in a market where we have no control. Or very little, at least. It's a 14% market attraction. Damn. Okay. One thing we need to start looking at is our culture. The reason for this is over here, you can see that the cultural influence versus the Neapolitan cultural tradition is giving us a minus 50% to the active spy network construction. We also have spy defections, which is not good. I think, yeah, okay, nice. So this is a little faster now. Spy defections was bad. I shouldn't have. I should have just paid him off. I'm gonna like royal marry. Can I royal marry you, Trebizond? She's 41. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's the succession crisis waiting to happen. All right, let's create a casus belli on Albania. And because of the religious war casus belli, we can actually declare war on people that we don't have claims on, which is kind of ideal because it's a better casus belli than dubious claims, which is, you know, as the name would suggest, not exactly the best. I'm building more ships in preparation of this war. Oh, Serbian peasants. Having a bad time. All right, I think we can declare war. Now, fight the Papal State, Aragon. There's a lot of problems here, but I think we got this. Let's raise our levies. Okay, and the important thing is we need to get our naval levies immediately together. All right, let's give you an order. You need to hunt navies along this coastline. Well, the Ionian Sea will be good. The Ionian and Adriatic. Do it. All right, it's going to get messy. I'm setting this army to go hunt. That's our first naval victory there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split my navy in two. One lot is going to blockade this strait, so I know they're not getting through that way. The other lot is going to hover around here. There we go. Caught them. I think Provence landed, but there go those troops. This is dangerous, actually. Well, the Pope turned up. That's fine. Smash them real quick. The main problem I'm having is I have low morale because I'm running up and down this continent searching for Naples. Okay, let's focus on taking out their troops first, I think. Which means I need some access from you, if you don't mind. Purchase military access. You'll say no, because you don't like me. You have access with me. You know that, right? All right, we just need to make sure we maintain dominance over this fleet. I think we start the siege now. There are a couple of thousand men in the mountains down south that I need to slowly root out, which I'm not looking forward to. Oh, there were some people in Megara. I just need to be super conscious of the coastline. All right, we're going to send this 25 to go and blockade over here. There they are. There they are. I saw them for a split second. Let's get a slow-mo replay on that. I saw him. I saw him. I did. Got to take out those papal troops. Yeah, just dominate them. Don't even have a general. Just got to be tactical here. This is a numerically superior opponent. All right, I see that navy. I see it. Look, see that navy making a run for it? Going to the Ionian Sea. Head him off. I can't quite see him. Okay, get back to the coast. Couldn't catch him. If given the opportunity, they will cross. You see that? There they are. That was 28 gallons. You see, they were transporting. We are going to send over this unit here. And, oh, we've got Varangian units. I'll have to check that out in a bit. But there we go. We can blockade, and that'll give us some food. All right, we're going to station some besiegers down here. All right, you see how quick they landed there? That's 500 men that just landed. Now, that's not a significant problem for me, but it does mean that I need to be careful. Ah, I've let another 1,000 men land. Look, again, that's not horrible, but they keep on trickling through. Oh, man, this is stressful. One wrong move and everything comes crumbling down and we get sent back into a death spiral. Nice. Okay, we won the siege in Albania as well. And let's go and land on these islands. I think that's Albania entirely done. Now we can move on to Aragon. All right, naval battle there. Instantly destroyed. And that sends their army packing as well. All right. So I'm going to shift my navy up north a little bit after they've taken this. Oh, almost didn't see that lot. Almost did not see them. So this man is diseased, right? These individuals. So we're going to go and siege with them. And spread disease to the provinces. Oh, navy. Where are you going? Where are you going? Straight to Otranto. Where the hell is that? Caught him. Oh, man, that could have been bad. More! No, okay, it was just an army. I'm getting real paranoid about this. Okay, what I have successfully done is spread typhus to my own lands. This is, was not ideal. All right, naval battle, we won. It's good. See those ships? That could have been bad. It's getting dicey. All right, I'm sending down... I want to keep an eye on these troops, because this is where I think the navy's going to rise up. That needs to siege. You go and replace them. You are going to head down here and take care of this area. I got to decide what I want to do in this war. Obviously, I want Albania. And I think it would be a good idea for me to take these lands. Oh, go keep an eye on this. I need to make sure you are gathering food. Okay, you can't stay there forever. Let's pull out of that. Go here. See? Almost let them slip past. Almost let them slip past. Would have been devastating. I would have been devastated. That's not good. That's not good. That is a professional navy. Dive in, boys. Okay. Desperation throw there. That could have been bad. Because my professional navies are spread out amongst my cogs. They're just there for blockading pack. Like, a lot of these are genuinely just fishing boats. And then you have, like, alongside them, like, insane... Look at the stats difference. This thing doesn't even have a cannon. Nice. Dubrovnik is successful. Same as before. I think I'm going to now dismiss my troops. Let them get home, back to the fields. And let's let the navy take care of this. Oh, almost didn't. Almost did not. Okay, they are building something up there. Right, shift everything up. I sound insane, but I know it's true. Yeah, see? Aragon wants a white piece. Yes, please. Cool. That is the last of the threat, I think. Naval threat. Provence wants a separate piece. That's cool. I gotta do something about Bulgaria, man. He's cost me a lot of prestige over this time. Alliance with Muscovy, with Wallachia, and with Halych. Muscovy probably can't get over here. Wallachia is the big one. I'm close to getting enough favors to sort that out as well. Oh! That scared me. Why? Okay, so what are you doing now? Why do you still have an army out here? You find someone else? No, that was just an army that was ready to land that I didn't see. Okay, good job we wiped peace now. Okay, let's not get... I'm getting a bit lax. Let's gather up all the navies. I saw a Papal State ship land there. All right, they have actually landed a couple hundred troops. That's really annoying. Raise levies. Just a couple hundred to do. I don't need anything more than that. You know, the fun thing is we keep on all infecting each other with typhus. Now, I need to save up some money so we can grab banking. I'm gonna store my research. I can store, I think, 20 or 17 research right now. So we're gonna do that. If I need to spend on something, I will, but yeah. Uh-oh. Dive! Oh, that could have been bad. Oh, there was like 20,000 men coming in. They're still coming. Okay, we caught him. Oh, man. This is why I should probably still have my levies up, but, you know, I don't want to. I need them back in the fields. They're getting desperate. 2 battles at the same time. Look at that. That could have been a lot worse. They've been building up their navies to actually look. They've been building up genuine navies now. That's annoying. A lot harder for us to patrol this now because we lost a lot of our fishing boats. It's going to be hard of him now. Okay, they've smashed our navy up north. We won down south. Oh, they've got heavy ships now. Okay, they've just destroyed our navy. That's not good. They have heavy ships. I was like, well, why are we losing? Damn, our naval dominance really got destroyed there. Most of our galleys are gone. Yeah, this is the last hurrah for our ships. Oh, but they'll peace out. Perfect. All right. I'd love to take that province. Ooh, take over my capital is probably better than... I don't really need Dubrovnik. Right, you know what? Let's clear it. I'd like to take over that market center to give us some trade advantage over here. We can start developing the Dubrovnik market. I think that'd be a good idea. I think this works. There you go. We'll take 2 provinces here. We'll take Albania. That's a lot of antagonism, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's 100% war score, so I can't really complain about that. And we take over the market center. It's now our market. And along with that, we can embrace banking. We've got some storage capacity we can do. So let's start researching. They have those heavy ships, which we really need. So here, we're going to go for protected harbor. Then we're going to go bark, and then we go our heavy ships. But we lost all of our levies there and pretty much our entire navy. All right, let's start integrating. Athens reclaimed, look at that! For centuries, Athena was a center of Byzantine culture and art until it was lost to Latins in the 4th Crusade. So we get loads more integration and we get a bunch of prestige. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to open diplomatic relations, hostile actions, isolate him from his Wallachian allies. And then we are going to block all treaties and break off our alliance. Golden Horde is no longer valid. There's a rival who is Hungary. And most people hate us, which is not good. Georgia's not a terrible idea. Let's go for that. Go ally the Georgians. Things are going well here, but it is the end of the rise of the Turks, in this case the rise of the Retinids. The world trembles at the might of the Beylik of the Retinids, who may be able to stand against them. That's a little bit problematic for us. And we're going to deal with the Italian merchants. We are going to get rid of the Venetian quarter. I'm starting now to build up a big old trade fleet. What this does, you can see, the maritime presence up here is getting increased a bunch because these individual units of barks increase maritime presence by 0.14. Very nice. I've also managed to get rid of the Dynatoi estate privilege, which means we can tax them now. And that is worth about 15 a month. And it's about time we start going on a bit more of an expansionist route. You see control is ticking up. Over here you can see the max control is around 33. I'm trying to get that proximity up, but I need lots more maritime presence. We have no maritime presence in a lot of these provinces. Let's build a couple more barks. And then let's set you on a mission to patrol the seas, specifically in the Aegean. Oh, rag paper. Did you see that? I'm so excited. All right, here we go. So we've got a papermaker's guild. And right now we switch everyone over to this rag paper. That's going to benefit us so much. Okay, I can't quite get Renaissance just yet. But I can get a counting house, which is super important because it gives a lot more crown power. So we are going to do that. I want some pound lock canals done. And that will help our maritime presence and some entrepots. Oh, my kid's gallant. Nice. Good job, buddy. I think we take out Bulgaria and then it's time to look eastwards. We've got to just hope we can take out the Aretins. For that, we're going to need forts. So let's grab ourselves some castles. What would be a good place to build these? I mean, this is a great one right here. We already have a castle down there. They have a castle here. So I think here's a good one. This is a good one as well. Here as well. It should stop them from going through our territory. So one there, one here, one here. And then we're essentially going to try and fight them on the defensive and hope their cavalry don't come in and destroy us. In the meantime, counting houses are done. And I want to build these literally wherever we can. How much do they cost? Expensive. Lots of money. That's going to increase our crown power, which will then in turn help us project more control over our entire country. We're up to now 80 stability, which is very, very nice. That increases pop promotion speed by an absolute ton. And now we get Caspella and the Bulgarians. We are slightly weaker than them, but I think we should be fine. All right, I need to fight these guys wherever I find them. The fun thing is, they can't see me. They don't know I'm right next to them, so we're just going to march in. They actually have some artillery. Damn. I mean, they're all going to die, but, you know, it's cool they have that. Maybe I should start looking at some artillery. Oh, that's a big battle. Didn't even meet that. Didn't see them there. They did the same thing to me. These Bulgarian lands have been being built up for the last little while. It's winter, which means this is actually quite painful. Let's see if we can dive in and get Wallachia to peace out. All right, another battle, another victory. Where are you guys going? All right, yeah, as I told you. I completely forgot I did that. Can I go for your capital? I could. Is that a good idea? I mean, our supply lines will be kind of screwed. Do it anyway. If they take this province behind us, it's kind of over. They got some mercenaries coming. How many? I don't know how many. That's a problem. Oh, Alex is here. I did not. Okay, I thought it would take them a little bit longer than that. Oh, we took turnover on 7% though. That's huge. Oh, they're going to go kill Epirus, aren't they? Okay, let's dive in as well. Well, probably not a good idea to do that, is it? All right, found the Wallachian troops. They actually left instantly. Okay, I think I'm happy playing cat and mouse with them for a little bit. We're just going to defend. Oh, what? They took the capital back. That's annoying. All right, well, we'll take it back. Oh, 0 casualties, 0 casualties. What a battle. I'll be honest, the Bulgarians have put up a slightly more stiff resistance than I was expecting. If we can't deal with these guys, how the hell are we going to deal with the Aretids? I don't know is the answer. Now, in terms of the peace for this, I know I should use vassals and everything else to try and get the most out of the land. But I'm such a sucker for just more territory looking cool. I've killed thousands of Wallachians. They still don't want to peace out. Another 1,000 Wallachians dead. They're really dedicated to the Bulgarian cause. Wait, so there's Targoviste here, and then there's Targoviste here. No wonder the Wallachians are fighting so hard. They think I want that one. My troops are actually hidden here. They don't know they're there, so we're going to leave. Okay, Wallachia is going to peace out. They're going to give me, I think it's just money, frankly. Money and war operations will do me. You know what? I don't think we need to focus on exactly what we have a core, and I think I could just take it. I'll need to assimilate the Bulgarians later. How's that looking? No coalition. I think I want to try and take Burgas as well. How's that looking? Still no coalition. Well, don't mind if I do. We're definitely going to need a vassal, though, to administer this. I'm going to keep going until there's a significant coalition. Still not significant. I'll probably take one more, like, Preslav. Yeah, okay, that'll do me. Damn, this was really cheap. All right, excellent. War operations. Give me a bunch of land. Boom. Okay, everything north of this line, I'm going to give to a vassal. All right, where should I put his capital? Right, like here, right? And then we'll just give him this land to administer. Where's my diplomatic capacity? I can actually probably do two. One here and one here. That's probably smarter. Especially if the capital's here and I can start feeding him for Serbia. Okay, we're going to do that as well. Nice, welcome to the map. Sredets. All right, let's keep building counting houses. And we gain cores over here. Very nice. All right, let's get you to start integrating, please. Do I need to integrate? I don't think I need to integrate. I think I just automatically get cores. Look at that. Okay, we're missing one province we have a core on. But otherwise, I can't put it off anymore, can I? I think it's time we start thinking about going east. Okay, unmarried children. Let's increase ties to the Trebizond Empire. I think they'll be useful because I think the Retinids will run to them. I am going to mercilessly use them, yes. Sleven actually gives me basically no income. I think they're a net loss. Why is that? What's going on, Sleven? Oh boy. Wow, okay. Yeah, you need to start coring this territory, man. That's insane. Cool. You'll sort it out, I'm sure. Ooh. What is this? While Gemistos Plethon remains in the court, he may attempt to revive Hellenism. What? Hellenism? Yeah, okay. All right, sure. Let's do that. What are you building? A cathedral. Okay. That actually helps with conversion speed. Well, those are going to be temples real quick, real soon. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's get this gunsmith going. One thing I need next is, like, I've been focusing a lot on development. I need cannons. So we need to go for an armory as well. And we have our claim on the Germanids, which I'm not actually looking forward to here. So do I call in Trebizond? I don't think I do. That's so many participants, man. All right, there we go. Time to take on the Turk. Let's just quickly take on this caravan stuff here and gather everyone up. Now, there are going to be so many hundreds of thousands of troops here. It should be fine, though, because allegedly I'm smarter than an AI, and we should have good fort defense. It's their cavalry that I'm scared of. See, stats-wise, they have better everything. Cool, good to know. But we have more men. Well, if we have more men on an individual basis, at least. The problem is all of the Jalairid's buddies will turn up. Do I call on Trebizond? I mean, it'll give me a chance to... No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Well, there's no point in... But then... okay, right. Here's my thinking. If I call in Trebizond, they are going to be destroyed. There is no two ways about that. And people will flock over there. That might give me a chance to whittle them down, but it will mean lost war score over there. So I'm going to say no. I'm not going to do it. All right, let's go fight this lot. There's only 2,000 of them. Instant stack wipe, really nice. Okay, I blinked, and there's now several more thousand troops here. This will give me fortification works for the next 10 years, which is going to be very useful. Let's do that. Their morale's low. Get them now. Get them now. Oh, God, that's actually quite close. All right, 42%. We need to start getting the ticking war score. Take Milas. Where is Milas? Is this province here? Okay, let's go take Milas. Okay, and I need to protect this, the current construction in the castle. Oh, where are you going? You going Philadelphia? That is good for us. That's hills. See, I've selected, all my forts are in defensible territories. So that will give us a bonus to our, well, a negative to his dice rolls. Doesn't matter when we roll a 1, though. The important thing is we need to protect this province here until the fort is built. That's our weakness right now. They've lost 23,000 men. So numbers are not even slightly, but they're coming down. There you go, another 1,000 dead. Let's go for the Ottomans. Nice stack up on the Ottomans. In another life, you'd have been a big problem for me. Let's get morale back. Oh no, 0 morale marching on me? Hello, that's a problem. You shouldn't have done that. Thank you for making yourselves known. We do need to, like, win in terms of casualties at a rate of, like, 4-1. Love to dive in, but our morale's a bit low. Maybe we go for him now? Can I get there in time? No. We have 1, though. It's quite nice. I don't want to fight that. I don't have to fight that. We've got to be so cautious with our levies. The levies don't come back, by the way. Levies don't reinforce. Not like a normal army. We're raising some troops here. I don't know how many. 200. That's fine. I mean, it's still worth killing. Especially when there are Ottoman troops there as well. Are they retreating into me? What's going on here? Nice. Another 40. Look, well, every little helps. 10,000 over here, 10,000 over there. You can start to see a problem emerge. Not allowing that to happen. I've seen them rush for my province. All right. Let's go here. Dive in. Yeah, that should be a nice amount of casualties dealt. Ooh, look at that flank. Oh, he's got, look at that. He can't get the men into the battles before I've destroyed him. 200% flanking. 2 cavalry on either wing. Look at that. Oh, that's devastating. Losing 0 each time. Not even taking any casualties. Boom. 4,000 dead to our 400. That's 10-1. That's what we want to see. We're capped out on war score when it comes to battles. And all of these guys are vassals of the Jalairid, so we can't actually just get them out. All right, so in terms of land, I want this land down here. Obviously, I want a little bit more than that. I want this area as well. And then we want to start going down the coastline. Actually, I'd probably want a vassal to manage the interior for me. which means we need to take this fort. I need to make a cannon maker. I wonder if you can guess where this is going. Now, rather unfortunately, they have managed to land troops behind me. On the bright side, they're all dead now. How many casualties have they taken? They've taken 60,000 casualties. We're fighting 32 nations, to be clear. This is a massive war. Okay, well, let's make you useful. Go to Izmit. Well, there's useful and there's fighting battles. I didn't really want you to fight a battle, but here we are. Come on, 28%, please. There we go. Nice. All right, there's the peace deal. This was 100%, which is crazy. We get to take 2 provinces up here, and then we get to take some provinces down here. I don't know what the hell is... Oh, that's why there's like 50,000 people in this place. And it's got cotton in it? Oh, we are making money today. So the reason I'm excited about that is because I can turn this into a town, and this is going to turn into, for example, a spinner's guild that uses cotton, which is even better than wool. How are you getting on, by the way? You're not. Okay, why is this so bad? Yeah, there's just no Greeks occurring. I think we need at least 1 Greek man, and then we can start assimilating. But for now, there is no Greek men or women here to be had. The Iranians have actually gone ahead and, I think, annexed these guys now. A prince of mine might become their ruler. Yeah, sure. Go on. Go to Karelia. Good luck, buddy. The false we sent them Theodorus III, the false Pelagos. Did we just send some random man? We also now have a union with Karelia. Well, that's fun. Wait, our guy's called the False. What kind of name is that? Why is he called the False? He's an architectural visionary, and he's going to join the Hungarian order. Right, now let's make some preparations for our next war. I think what we're going to do next is go to war again with the Gelarids. This time with cannons. Exactly. After this first Gelarid war, I focused on building up massively. Please don't jump. This is meant to be a green screen section. Okay, I'm going to continue anyway. After the first Gelarids war, I built up as much as I could in preparation to attack them again. Just know that in this off-screen time, what I'm doing is I'm trying to build up as much control as possible to consolidate my existing holdings, building those buildings, and trying to make the input goods as cheap as possible before striking eastwards. Okay, we have 32,000 men. A hefty amount for sure. And we have forts that protect most places. We also have cannons. We actually breach the walls, nice. Could maybe assault it. I'm concerned about that 15,000. They're gonna attack me? They are. Surely we win that. Well, that's bad. Oh, and I've attacked again. Oh, this is not a good start. Well, that's hubris. I've got claim throwing Castello on Naples. Okay, let's get through this current war. I think I am going to call in Trebizond as well, just to open up another front. What? How'd you get there? Okay, well, the siege are a lot faster here. There we go. All right, at least we get a victory there. Ah, nice. We gain a core over here. The Ottomans are going after us, allegedly. But most importantly, we have ourselves the Renaissance. And so I'm going to start going down here. I'm going to start investing in the arts, which would be nice to get our prestige up, because then we want this government reforms and cabinet seats. Renaissance, very powerful. I should be content in the siege races. 35, 7%. I'll quit the game. Thank you. Just gotta threaten Paradox a little bit. All right, we've liberated our brothers in Trebizond. In the meantime, they've taken back the forts. We can head back there. I've risked an assault here just to get it back. I know it's painful. I've lost about 8,000 troops there, but I kind of need to do it. One problem that I have, oh God, is that I'm able to refill the forts. So levies can't be used to reinforce this fort, and I don't have any professional troops because I don't use them. I use levies, which means that every time I take a fort, I'm unable to refill it. But every time he takes a fort, he can. Perhaps you might start to see the problem here and why I cannot allow a single fort to fall. All right, go on in, boys. Oh no, our cannons are there. Oh no, the cannons got caught on the front lines. Ah, he's got men at arms. That's why. Okay, his men at arms are like killing my troops. Who would win, professional troops or random Greek peasants? Go, my Greek peasants, go! We got a lot of troops coming. I'm hoping they get stuck there for a while, allowing me to siege down Sivas. Nice, Sivas is done. Go, go, go! Launch the attack! Okay, ordinarily I wouldn't do this, but they have low morale. It might be enough, you know. That's a good amount of territory we could take. Let's do it. Antagonism. The Mamluks would join. It's fine. Let them join. Let them come. Now, I need to sort out a professional army. I should probably get a vassal to start handling this stuff in the middle. Relations, create subjects. Are there any historical subjects you can do here? There you go, Germanids. That works. And then I'll give them this land down here. I think this lot I can probably start to do myself. Now, the question is, do I go for Naples now? I think I do, before the coalition grows, and then I can go for a period of sort of, you know, internal consolidation. One thing I have realized is I deleted my cannons. I'm a professional. I'm going to go for it against Naples. I think Yeah, I think we have to. Cleanse heresy. Whoa, hang on. Conquer cost. Okay, we're not antagonism, right? Well, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. To be fair, I kind of need them to land. If you live on this island, you're blessed, because I never actually require you to turn up for war, because I can't be bothered. Okay, so that's 1,000 professional troops, right? So if I'm correct, and I'm fairly certain I am, let's see how much damage we do versus them. All right, cannons turn up and they hurt us. Yeah, that's fair. Now we fight. Let's start doing 0.03 damage. You're doing 0.03 damage, and you're doing no damage. But he does take less damage. They certainly stay for longer, but yeah. I think levy supremacy proven again. So I need as many battles as possible. Try and get taking war score here. Yeah, look, just a pure transport fleet. What is that? I don't know. I think it was another transport fleet. Yeah, fighting Verona, maybe not my best choice, I've realized. They've taken some of the place of Venice. Okay. I feel like the first half of this playthrough, I was locked in. Like, my brain knew exactly what to do. The second half, I don't know. I've lost it. That's 9,000. I don't really want to fight that. Okay, well, they landed on me, so no, I don't have a choice. There was 20,000 men around here. Obviously, I can't let that fly. Where are they? Where did they go? All right, where are you retreating to? That's the question. Down here? Are you hiding here? Well, he was, yeah. He's not anymore, because he's dead. The temptation to dive into Messina, but they have a fort there, so I wouldn't be able to stop them from crossing the strait. I could take Venice. Ah, nice. Another government reform. Okay, this is important. Well, I've allowed them to land men. 7,000 provincial troops have turned up. You know, I'm now trapped here, but the fact that I allowed them to land is a bit of a travesty. Oh, that's 7,000 men. Can't have that. Okay, so some of them stuck through. On the bright side, we should be able to beat 20,000 men. Should. On the downside, they are chasing me very heavily. You know what? We could just leave. That's me, having muted my mic. My editor has told me, shout out Dan, that I need to explain what happened. So we finished up this war and then were dastardly attacked by the Mamluks. And this was painful for me to realize my mic was muted, because we mounted a heroic defense. We can see clips behind me here showing off just how truly brilliant my strategic mind is, only for it to be lost to the annals of time. Okay, we're going to try a thought experiment to really try and sell what happened here. All right, close your eyes. Imagine Mike Tyson is picking on a small child. Then suddenly, the small child picks up a stick. Wait, this is violent. We shouldn't... I'm winning the war. I won the war. That's okay. I've taken a little break since realizing that my microphone was muted, and I think I want to get out of this war ASAP. So the first things first, I want to take these provinces because they're by the coast. There is the temptation to take Adana, because again, coastline, but I think realistically, I'd probably give this off to a vassal. I'd love Cyprus. Like, if I felt like I could fight more, Cyprus would be a fantastic place to take. I could take over the market center, but this is not great. I'd probably take it over and destroy it. Actually, I could take Adana and this. That's not bad. Then that'll be a new vassal over here. Then this stuff will go to Sicilia, and then this stuff to the Germanids. And yeah, okay, let's do that. I think that's a good play. Can I take Tarsus as well? I can. Okay, yeah, this is good. All right, there we go. There's our peace deal. I could give, let's see the control actually. I could give this to the Germanids. What's the culture? It's actually mostly Greek, so I think I'll keep it because then I can make a core out of it. All right, let's create a subject over here. Make Adana the capital, hopefully. Can we get a colonial nation? That's interesting. Slight adjustment I need to make. I was trawling through the game files after having speaking to a buddy of mine, Redhawk, who's also playing Byzantium. And the theme system, right? It sucks. It's terrible. But turns out, similar to the other ones, it will actually be upgraded to a much better one. So I'm gonna do the theme system back. And as far as I understand the game code, it's going to give you a 1% chance each month to get this, provided I have, to get this like upgrade, provided I have professional armies embrace, which I do, and I have an army size of more than 100, which I do. So that's, yeah, that's interesting. So next steps in unifying the Greeks are fighting Genoa and fighting Venice. Okay, the Italian wars are happening. So we have the French League, the Holy Roman League, the Iberian League, the First Italian League, the Second Italian League, and the Third Italian League. As outsider countries strive to invade the region, the formation of Italian leagues holds an era of division and resistance. So, for example, if I were to attack you, you'd bring in your buddies. Okay, cool. Well, I am planning on doing that, so let's see how that goes. To try and help strengthen control, I'm actually building a load of buildings. A load of towns. So, like, the control over here is 26. I can get that higher. Oh, bureaucracy law. Nice. Obviously, you want road building time. You want that centralization as much as possible. This allows peasants and laborers to migrate. It annoys the nobles. What's nobility satisfaction equilibrium? 53, not great. I'm going to do it. I'm going to let them migrate. Then hopefully they'll go to areas where I have really expensive RGOs. I think this could be very costly in the long... Oh, God. I'm good. Could be costly in the short run, but I think long term, I think this is good. I think we increase over in Bulgaria, right? That's the play. Fabricate Casus Belli over on Bulgaria. Oh, Serbia. We'll go Bulgaria. Because the others I can get, I believe I can get cleansing of heresy on. Let's do it. Parliament approved claims. That's how these levies are doing now. 40,000. Hell yeah. Let's gather everyone up. Apart from, of course, our precious. Not you lads. You're fine. This one's going to be a bit more of a slog, but because we have forts around, it should be a little bit easier. All right, dive in. First battle of the war. Well, for us at least. I'm very aware that my vassals have been being destroyed left, right, and center. Right, key part is we need to score a couple of victories early. Nice. 3-1 casualty rate's quite nice. Oh, there you go. 10,000. That's our vassals as well. Our vassals are marching in with 10,000. That's good to see. All right, we've been attacked. That's crazy. We win, though. I think we're massively outnumbered, you know? I'm genuinely starting to think we're massively outnumbered. Okay. Good to know. Okay, Volhynia are here. Man, these guys got here a lot faster than I was anticipating. Now we run the problem of, like, we have 30,000 men who are sieging, right? Any less and we might run into problems. But then the other guys are all having to fight. Oh, but they're doing a great job. Don't worry, there's no problems here. Our vassal's actually doing a fantastic job. Nice. Siege of Ruse is successful. You know what I need to do? Let's go to Ruse first. Oh, men here. Nice. Oh, no. Run. Run, vassals, run. They're coming for you. Okay, things are going well. I need to make sure I stop before I engage in battle. Okay, we won the Siege of Tarnovo. I'm going to protect a couple more of these lands. Ah, man. I tell you what. Having a load of forts is great. Makes life so much easier. All right, I'm going to go recover some of my professional troops real quick. Shouldn't take that long. And let's go defend these forts. Nice. Let's get the next lot as well. Then you should be done. Let's go to Drastar. There you go. Do we stack wipe them? No. 3,000 casualties though. Nothing to sniff at. Lost a couple cannons. Nice little stack wipe there. March up here. Get rid of them. Let's get our cannons back. Oh, look at that. Loads of cores down here. That was the idea. It's going to help our control. Nice. Drastar is now complete. On to the next fort. This war's been going a lot smoother than a lot of them do. Oh, we've accidentally caught some troops. Still win. Next lot. Nice. Okay, good stuff. I cannot overstate the importance of having forts. Laith figures out how medieval Europe works. Okay, there's about 10,000 men here, so I've got to be careful. Oh, they have men hiding everywhere at all times. Okay, there's a lot of them around here. So we can bait them onto the forts. That's the only way we can really beat them. Oh, yep, there we go. What? Oh, low morale. Get him, get him, get him. Nice, nice. Won a siege. A couple of stack wipes. Okay, and there's another... God, Bulgaria has a load of forts, you know. Now, I don't really have any antagonism with the Christian world, so I think we can get away with taking a lot here. Plus 1% army initiative, very useful, as well as a core. That's 16,000 troops. Okay. Do we get the big guns out for this one? I think we should do, yeah. There we go. Okay, so remember I said about the government reform? So this is the current one we have, which is not great. In fact, I'll show it off here. The theme system, not good. Whereas this one is changed to modern imperial army. 15% ground power and infantry power. Yes, please. All right, our siege is done. Can we beat this army, do you think? I'll just go. Let's figure it out. What's that? He's got his wagons on the front line. That's never a good sign, is it? Yeah, we're crushing them. Oh, this flank's going to fall immediately. Shame we don't have any cavalry on here, but they're going to swing around. They overstack their center. Look at that. Now they're going to start to fall. This is going to be a really costly battle for them. Because they got so many in the center. There you go. A couple more of them are fleeing. Actually, the wagons are holding on for a long time. And now this center should crumble instantly the second that we win this battle over here. There you go. That's done. 4,000 casualties. That's cool. Really glad I invested the time to understanding battles. I kind of want to go after the Serbian fort and get them out of the war. Because I want to take some of the territory. Damn, they took back the fort up there. Didn't get a chance to reinforce it fully though, so we'll dive in. Okay. There finishes our war. All right, let's treat with Serbia first. If I were to, hypothetically, it's not great. It's not terrible. I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm going to annex all of Serbia. And then we come to Bulgaria. I mean, that's a hefty coalition, isn't it? There we go. We'll take 8 ducats and we'll fully annex Bulgaria. Boom. All right, ignore the borders. They are going to overlap slightly here. Do they have to, though? Nah, let's go for pretty borders. Again, objectively worst decision, but pretty borders are pretty borders. It's as simple as that, really. Look, I don't make the rules. I mean, I objectively do in this case, but still. And as you can see, I forgot that I could build bridges. So I've started a mass building project on buildings, on bridges over here, which will give us proximity cost minus 5%, or is it? Yeah, 10% movement cost reduction and 5% proximity cost. So that then puts this up to 60, which then will put this up to a little bit more as well. Oh, this is going to put me into debt. What's this? Age past men from Scandinavia would set sail south. Yeah, like hundreds of years ago. These men known as Varangians. You want us to request a new Varangian guard. 50% of our yearly income goes to Sweden. And we get 50 Swedish peasants for the next 18 months. This is objectively a bad idea. We're doing it. I rejected it. Oh. What's our antagonism looking like? Okay. Sure. Oh my god. If I had taken one more province, all of Europe being a coalition. Okay, that's interesting. I can add a government reform. Finally. Okay, so that does replace the theme system. Cool. So now we get our new ones. Does it make our cabinet better? And it progresses us towards centralization. So let's do that. Who's this? Michael. Oh, our ruler's only son. Well, that's a little bit problematic, isn't it? So who's the heir now? Crown Princess Helene. We've got like... there's a matriarch going on. Okay, underage, how old are you? 66. You can have to hold on for a couple of years because I do not want a succession crisis. Reforming the corpus juris civilis. Despite Empire being sovereign, that's not stopped our court from intervening. Byzantine court influences will no longer trigger, and we get loads more towards centralization. Our estate's a little bit upset, and we lose 600 ducats. That's perfect. The golden era for culture as well. Golden era for culture, for building. I mean, look at the road network I've been building. Look at that. I'm even starting to go into my vassals. No one else does roads like me. I think it's high time we built a bigger army. Okay, can we embrace any of these? Okay, we're getting some pike and shot, but we're still locked out of all the Age of Discovery stuff. So let's continue with the Age of Renaissance. It's a lot cheaper anyway. Cultural tradition, its cost of court. Apparently 2% of our pops can be raised as a peasant levy. Which is better than feudal levies, I think. Not sure how, but they might be. Honestly, I think we have most of the good ones from this age. We kind of need to hard focus on grabbing the next age. We'll grab expected cost of court. That'll help a little bit. Get cultural tradition, because why not? And let's start getting some quarter languages down there. Anything from the previous age we want? I think we have everything from here. We don't. Diplomatic capacity, why not? And then obviously the meritocracy we can't grab. We'll grab some camp followers as well, just to make sure that we can actually go deep into the enemy territory. I think it's a good idea. And let's go to war with the Arachnids. We expand our empire. Religious Casabelli to take Konya. Let's do it. Bring everyone, apart from these hallowed individuals. I don't know why. Can I like rename these? That'd be really funny. Can I like these guys are just precious. By the way, they don't really do anything. They've got a counting house. They have a dock. You know, they produce dyes, but I've just made sure I have good control over them. I'm just making sure they're happy. Our control, by the way, looking so much better. Yeah, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. 19,000 split again. That's 10,000 men. Grab more prestige. Look at that. That's 13,000 men, and then this 13,000 is going to be told to hunt armies everywhere there are armies to hunt. Well, that we want to sort of push into. There you go. Now we'll take the smaller army and let's go take the capital. Let's go Sivas first. Go. Now they'll go off and hunt things, hopefully. That saves me a job. Okay, my professionals got into a fight, instantly won. Good stuff. So where are you going? There's 10,000 men up there. There you go. They're a little slow. I've yet to fight anyone. There we go. Good job. Okay, I need to get better forts up here because you guys just kind of dying instantly. Nice. Look at these stack lights though. There you go. He's doing his job. Now I need to fabricate Caspelli on Naples. Do you want to do it on Naples and try and dive into Italy? Go on, that sounds like fun. Okay, got 5 years to go to war with them. Oh, they ate the Ottomans. The Ottomans are now gone. Oh, we're a naval hegemon. Look at that. That's cool. Nice. That gives us maritime support cabinet action, which I think is probably a similar thing to the military one. Oh, no, it's way better. Maritime presence and harbor capacity? Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. All right, let's see what we got on here now. That's a very weak left flank, but they managed to get some more troops in. I think we should be fine. How are our stats doing? Oh my god, that's why. Look, we've got 10% discipline. Well, how does he have 10% more? The general's military ability. Okay, yeah, our general's not great. Primacy of nobility, aristocracy. Nobles of primary except to culture ratio, whereas we don't have half of that. Primacy of nobility as well is quite a big one. So that's why that's why we can't beat this lot. All right, we've pieced out and taken a good chunk of land. I think what I'm going to do is give the southern coast to Adana, and then give this stuff to the Germanids, and then the rest of the stuff up north will go to Sicilia. Oh, I can build wharfs everywhere. I always get excited whenever I can build something that increases harbor capacity. So over here, it's going to give me monthly sailors, trade capacity, and harbor capacity. That's nice. Oh my god, what happened over here? My maritime presence it's terrible. Okay, right. So clearly, half of you need to be set to permanently patrol over here. Let's start setting this up because I'm not allowing the Aegean to fall. And then you guys, half of you will go to the Ionian Sea, and the other half will patrol the Levantine Sea, minus these areas. I don't need the Levantine coast. Much as I really want to go in against Naples, I just think that that's a bad idea when France is in the French League. The Italian wars of, that's not good. Look at all this. The French League are super strong and everyone's part of the French League, so let's not do that. Instead, let's focus on Genoa to finally take these cloves. This is bringing Austria. Damned! The Italians really don't want anyone interfering in the peninsula. Drop stability expenditure. New Basilis. Whoa, look at this guy. He's Serbian, so I don't know where he's come from. He's a glory seeker, which is kind of crazy. But more importantly, look at those stats. Oh my god, we're entering into a golden age. 42 though. Let's arrange a royal marriage with Sleven. Oh, just gain 1,200 ducats. Perfect. Boom, grab these. Pike and shot has been grabbed. Now let's see what we can grab with it. Let's see what we can research over here. Obviously, we begin with pike and shot. It gives us some morale. Some output tactics down here. Correct section chance. Antagonism received pretty good. Message relays. Movement time when attached to another unit. That's cool. Logistics distance supply. Loads of new troops. I do quite like that. I think, is this where they start? Yeah, look at these stats now. Look, Lancers, 200, but they have 4 combat power. Halberdiers, 400 of them. Yeah, okay, this is where we come in. Matchlock levy. That was a matchlock levy. We've got arquebuses. All right, early arquebuses. Yeah, okay, this is nice. Look at that initiative. Damn. And then on this side of things, we have logistics, battle leadership. Cool. How's a parliament? Gives us crown power and a permanent parliament. Crown power plus 20% is pretty nifty. Lazaretto. Disease resistance. Should probably start building some disease resistance buildings. Trade advantage. Construction sector. That's cool. Merchants quarters. That's a lot of trade advantage. Okay, that's some money there. Possible government reforms down here. Okay, there's a lot to consider here. Here's what I think. Better cannons is a really good idea. But what's an even better idea is money. So let's get these merchants quarters. Oh, paper workshop. I'm getting too excited about these. All right, economic development will have to wait. Modernize heliponds. What? What does that do? The city taker. So that's 5 combat power versus this one's 4. Oh, man. What if we just... Okay, I'm going to experiment with this. I don't know if this is going to work. But what if we just had loads of cannons? Because cannons fire first, right? And they just... All right, we're going to go for Merchants Guild, Merchants Quarters first, though. And I'd love to get that other government reform and those Houses of Parliament. All right. We've claimed throne province. Okay, we have a Caspala against the Genoese. This puts us at war with a lot of people. But considering it's to take this place here, and we have a very strong navy, I'm pretty confident. Let's do it. Now, the only problem is I have, unfortunately, mothballed my navy. Which, it has to be said, not my smartest decision. Okay, can we... My navies need to chill. Like, go rest. Like, go away. Hide, hide, hide. Or we're Venice as well. Well, that's useful. We've got professional troops coming in. We can actually see how these guys perform now. Not well. Not terrible. Kind of taking this super casually. Fairly confident in my vassal's ability to combat anyone who lands. Okay, navy's at 50%. Okay, that's 10,000 Venetians. Okay, right. So this is a war. Okay. I need to raise up my troops. I was not aware this is how we were playing it today. Okay, that's 18,000 men have landed. All right, that's not good. This is on me. I really should have had my navy ready. We've got forts in the north. Damn. The Genoese just left their buddies behind. There's actually so many troops there. I really thought I could stop them. Oh my god. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. My vassals can deal with a lot of this stuff. I can deal with a lot of this stuff. It's okay. There's a couple thousand men dead there. Problem is, don't have forts in the north. They have 20% discipline? How? Nobles of primary accepted cultures. They have a load of those. They got the primacy of the nobility. Damn, our troops just suck. I think I need to give that to our nobility. I mean, that's so powerful. Okay, let's do it. Primacy of the nobility. That 5% is huge. This is an actual naval battle here. Nice. Okay, so we lost a couple of our galleys. We lost 5 heavy ships. They had 13 heavies. They lost 8 of theirs. Okay, that should be the navy. Naval's dominance secured. Well, at least for now. All right, let's go rest them. Right, I'm going to go for some simultaneous battles here. One there, then one. Go that way. Okay, this goes deep into my territory. That's 18,000 men. We cannot afford to let these guys run around. Oh, my army's too slow. All right, the Austrians have turned up. There's so many thousands of men. How many have we killed? We've killed 43,000. We were running out of full strength units. I was about to say all my full strength units, but I don't have any of those. Okay, let's go in. They massively overstacked on one side. What do they know? Okay, they're trying to take out one of my sides. Okay, but we should be able to flank them. Oh, I do not like that center. That is hefty. Oh, we need to break this early. Okay, there's the flank. And then this is going to be a devastating flank here. Look at that. We got cavalry doing 200% damage. And now we're the ones with superior discipline, which is nice. But there it is. 8,000 dead. That's a lot. Okay, they just keep coming, man. Please, just go. Please leave. Please, kindly leave. Oh, that's a lot of men dead. How many have died right now? 64,000 men have died. Okay, I've raised up some extra levies. So these mountain forts are paying for themselves. Nice stack quite there. All right, where's Genoa? Genoa's going down here. They've lost there. This is 15,000 men that I need to get rid of. Oh, and some words apparently. Go on, take them out there. Well done, lads. Another stack wipe. Surely some of you want to peace out. Surely. Nah, they're still pretty happy. Actually, Pisa would leave. That works. Verona's been taken out again. Now go after Milan. Nice. Nice. Okay, that was a painful one, but casualties have gone to 84,000. All right, back into Austria. Oh, that's close. Not when we can flank them here, but I don't like the fact that we need to rejig my reserves, I think. We have a lot of reserves on the back lines. But frankly, 88,000 men down, and I think a lot of them will want to leave. It is, at this point, I'd like to point out that consecration is my full-time job, despite how bad I am at it. Let me explain what happened in this Muted Mic episode. We managed to scuttle the Genoese fleet and project our control all across the Aegean, Levantine, and Ionian seas. Essentially, it reduces the proximity cost to the capital, thus allowing us to project more control, get a higher tax base, and essentially, these are really productive areas that we are now controlling almost fully. Okay, since the coalition locked me away, I've been slowly just building up my strength. One thing that I think is about to happen, has happened, okay, there we go, is we have become the cultural hegemony. I have been heavily investing into our culture, to the point where our cultural influence is really good, such that I can do this, assimilate area. So now entire areas can be assimilated into the Greek culture, but it can only be one at a time. But look at that, very cool. We actually managed to climb to #1 great power. I'm not sure exactly what affects these ranks. Population scale by control, our empire rank is really doing a lot for us. The Papal States has also taken Jerusalem. So that's kind of interesting. It smashed the Mamluks, which I was planning on taking advantage of, but again, I like the coalition kind of scary. I don't, and I'm unwilling to attack until this is declined. But at that point, I think it's time we go after the Egyptians for our Egyptian provinces. Portugal also is gone, by the way. They've disappeared off the map. And England is slowly recovered, but are not going to be a big player in this game. It's the Kingdom of France that's hefty. Look, they got lands in Italy. It's kind of insane. Also, weirdly enough, Saxony has now started to become a bit of a player. Their tax base is not fantastic, but they, for a brief period of time, were the diplomatic hegemon. You can see here, they actually have a good amount of diplomatic reputation, which is kind of crazy. So the plan remains the same: get super strong internally, and then outwardly expand. Oh, the Ottomans are back? Hello? They're rebelling against the Egyptians. You see, control-wise, we're not doing too bad here. And proximity's starting to get to the point where we can reach some of these larger, or more rural areas, I should say. And maritime presence looking real nice. Our crown power is sitting at 38%. I could be increasing it, but look at the power of the merchants. They are very happy, and also they give me a good amount of tax. Not as much as, you know, the others. That's all right. Our main thing is our trade income, which is why I was strengthening them. I want to make money off a trade. We're also in constant need of books. That might be because I needed them for the libraries. So I should probably build some, because if I'm lacking in books, it means I need to increase my paper as well. So I'll still let it happen because it's all maritime trade advantage that I want. Let's have a look at what the printing press gives us. Max literacy, nice. This side of things doesn't interest me as much. Crown power does. Cabinet seats, not too bad. Paved roads, yep. In fact, cancel everything else. We'll get our silver output, and then we're immediately going for paved roads. That's going to help proximity costs. That's going to increase our money so much. Okay, I'm going to build a bunch of merchant quarters to strengthen our markets over here. And I'm actually going to start doing... Now that I'm the #1 great power, I could probably build some trade offices. Probably build some trade offices in these markets, actually. Oh, the Reformation started. Wow. And then let's build some more overseas trading posts. Can give us access to new markets, because I'm thinking that the trade for the new world is going to start filtering in, right? So then we'd have the trade advantage to be able to import pepper or export pepper from those markets to ours, provided I have the trade advantage to do so. So I might send a navy over there to start sniping people's trade. Imagine that you work so hard to get pepper back home for your people, and then I'm just like, I'll take that, thanks mate, appreciate it. Oh, we're actually close to being the economic hegemon. We're not too far away. Okay, that period of development's really helped us out. Ooh, we could ally with Sweden. We can go after the Papal States. Yeah, go on then. Crown power's up to 41% because of this parliament debate, increasing it by 50%. It's just a little taste of the kind of income that we can expect. 1,000 ducats has been breached. All right, let's increase our merchant quarters everywhere. And the rest of the money I want to save because I want to build paved roads everywhere. All right, paved roads coming soon, chaps. Paved roads coming soon. So what does that do? Proximity cost -25. Also helps, obviously, with a lot of other stuff. Let's begin. Oh my god, that is so expensive. There we go. This is going to be the gameplay loop for a little while. All right, research-wise, what do I want to do now? There's a cabinet seat. I'll take the cabinet seat first. Paper workshops. And then we'll get the printer shop, obviously, for more books. Let's go for food production. I want a trading hub. And then we start going down the maritime stuff. What's a mercury patio? 100% increase from gold? Okay. And then we'll go down here. And proximity cost to report. All right, nice. Give me them roads. I'm a sucker for infrastructure. I love it. Doesn't really make sense for us to go down the coast first, but More roads. Just keep building roads. Man, they made a mistake by doing that coalition. I'd have just been playing wide as hell. I would not have been developing as much as this. I'd have focused all my efforts on outward. Oh my god, there's typhus. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people dying from typhus. You know what would help? More roads. Hey, look, I'm the Basilius of not just the Greek people, but also the Greek diseases. I hate how much fun I'm having just building roads. How's the economic hegemony going? I have a gap about 100 to close, I believe. 400. Okay, Bohemia, okay, what happened to you? What's that about? I've overtaken France, barely, but Bohemia's just like accelerated into the lead. I think it's because they're investing in their countries whilst I'm investing in roads. But they'll see. You'll all see the value of the road. No one's gonna watch this. Dan, who's editing this video, is probably gonna be like, right, I'm not showing this. I'm not showing the roads. But you have to. You have to show the building of the roads. How else would the people know it's there? So here I am building books, and now suddenly my heir, either he loses 10 ability or he converts to Hussite. What? Really? Why have you done this? Also, our roads project. No, I'm not quite happy with this maritime side of things. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna build a new navy, and this lot are gonna project power onto the fringes of my empire, or at least the fringes of my trade capacity of my empire. There we go. Somewhere like this on an island, I need this place to be a city. And I want this place to be a town, because it's gonna help me project control into those areas. Coalition disbanded. All right, it's time. Oh, it's time. Now, the only downside is I've not been researching any sort of military technology. It's all been economic. I've been chasing the economic hegemony side of things. I'm going to create the Holy Wars. We need to actually take Alexandria. All right, so if 3,000 men has a capacity of 3,000, this has a capacity of 5,000. I'm going to need to hop, skip, and jump there. So probably use Cyprus as a landing pad. But that means I am going to need a lot more hulks. I accidentally shift-clicked it. Don't do that. All right, and what I want is even more cannons. And frankly, I think what I also need to do is research the city taker. It seems like a good idea if you're going to go and take cities to research the city taker, no? Okay, the city takers, where are they? Are doing their jobs. Now, there's a question to be asked. Because if I mess up, I think I need to take Alexandria before I go down here and take his capital. Because if I don't do that, we got problems, because they might just nip in behind and take this, which is not a fort, and then cut my supply lines. In the meantime, let's see if... Oh, okay. Yeah, see? Exactly there. All right, we are winning fights left, right, and center. How many men has he lost? 60,000, damn. Honestly, the Mercurians here are a lot better at fighting than I'd have thought. We might need reinforcements. The problem is, in leaving, I'm going to starve my troops. So let's go quickly. Okay, go, 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 go. Go, go, go before they starve to death. There we go. It's a massive battle, that. Don't let them leave. Okay, we are crossing a river, unfortunately. Still, it's enough. Okay. You are going to go for the capital. And you guys are going to go here and hold. And this navy's job is to make sure that they don't starve. That they keep on trying to go for it. These are painful battles. We're not losing them, obviously, but they are painful. It does open us up to an attack up here. But that's fine. Down here's the key part. Okay, we've taken Cairo. We've taken Cairo. That's good. That's good. There's a lot. We lost a lot of men. It is really nasty fighting this far away from home. Okay, now let's detach this lot and get them to go take out Alexandria. Let me do that faster than they're going to win that siege up there, ideally. Wait, I didn't take Cairo. I didn't take his capital. I took the one next to it. They tricked me. Nice. This lot are really vulnerable, but I think we're okay. Provided, yeah, that's a good fight. Just can't let them get past me. Like that. And Alexandria is done. I think that's the war won. Okay, we've taken Cyprus as a vassal of our own. And we've taken this northern coast over here. Okay, my plan is now to try and get as many Greeks in here as possible. It's going to take a long time, but we'll make it. Now with these early arquebusiers, and we're going to start to see them actually, like, be useful. I still believe in levy supremacy, but still. A new age, Age of Reformation. Let's go. What's over here? What do we have? Copper bottoms, conscripted garrisons, defensive armies, engineer corps. Siege ability, that sounds pretty good, to be fair. Audit checks, gives some tax efficiency, trade manipulation, trade capacity. That's very good. What about this? Humanist tolerance, competitive merchants. Income minting 10%. Not as much as our trade would bring us. I'm gonna go diplomatic focus, which means our ages are now, new ages are now upon us, which is actually really good because it means the old ones are now gonna just, like, the old text is gonna race through. Oh, wow. There is a good degree, like, the Reformation is taking hold. You wouldn't notice if you looked at this, but it's turning up. Well, that's gonna be a cause of some strife, isn't it? Let's have a look at these new texts. Confessionalism, okay. Oh, Reform Synod, that's something special for us. Mercury Patio, I want the Mercury Patio so bad. Nice, we've integrated Alexandria. No, the Prince, nice. Then down here, galleasses and such, nice. What else do we have? On the global trade front. Maritime trade advantage, furniture workshop. Some powerful things on the side. Artillery bonuses, some shipyards, naval batteries, war galleons. All right, this is where the game kicks up a notch. All right, it's time for us to take out Aragon. This should be a relatively simple war, and this is why. Take out the navies left, right, and center. We'll be all right. Okay, and with another victory to the east, we take more territory. Oh, there we go, big coalition. I did say I was going to expand until the coalition stopped me. Nah. We'll see if they actually declare. Start ceding some provinces. I'm going to keep the northern coast, I think, because I can control it. Oh, no, I forgot one province from the Arachnids. No. And you know what has to happen next, of course. That's right. It's time to build. I think I want to wait until global trade before getting any new technology. Expand paved road network. That's what we want. Building paved roads is going to be so much cheaper. Now, do I spend my money on paved roads or do I do the smart thing and wait for technology? I really want the paved roads, man. But I'm going to have stored research. I want to build roads. Hell yeah. We've proclaimed economic hegemon once more. How's Europe getting on religion-wise? All right, we've got a Protestant Sweden. The coalition disbanded. They can't take me. I haven't really looked at the religious map, but there's a lot of Sunni over here. Really not that many Shiites. 2 paintings have been finished. Nice. There's still a couple. Look at this. Still a couple of Romans. Look at that. Still a couple of European folk religions. They haven't quite been gotten rid of. There we go. Mercury Patio. That's what we want. Get one there and one there. And now, let's go into the Age of Reformation. Screaming into global trade. So many different workshops. Saltpeter. Gems. Let's get prox cost. And some port authority. We get trade companies as well. Very cool. It does appear the Golden Horde is finally collapsing. They held on for a lot longer than I've seen them do it previously. They fought the good fight. Bohemia's taking big economic hegemon off of us. God damn it. Right, I've got to expand faster. Now, control-wise, you can start to see that even Albania is starting to come to us. Our dominance over the seas has been very, very useful. You can see the point at which I start expanding, then stop expanding. We can embrace artillery. This is a new world we step into. And one that I'm going to leave behind for now. We end off as the cultural hegemon, the naval hegemon, and the economic hegemon of the world. The #1 great power, the Byzantine Empire. 200 years went from pretty much on its ropes, like honestly, it was going down, to neutering all opponents, undercutting the Gelarids, causing the downfall of the Mamluk Sultanate, and contesting the powers of Europe. I'd be obviously happy to continue this campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, this video has been sponsored by Paradox Interactive, so if you want to grab the game via their website, it'll give you a Steam key, then make sure to use the link in the comments down below. If you want to see more of Europa Universalis V on the channel, I'm obviously going to be making it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and you will be up to date with the sheer quantity of EU5 videos that are about to hit your screen. I will also say that on the 2nd of November, I'm releasing a bunch of guides as to exactly how to play the game. So if you are watching this a little bit confused, but mostly keeping up, that's going to be perfect for you. If you've been confused the entire time, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. But also, you will be in good hands. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.